get 2 5-yard gains and get the first down. And, that's what we wanted to do. We didn't want to just start throwing right away and incompletions, they get the ball back. But we felt we called 2 runs in a row and felt pretty confident that we'd get that first down, call timeout. Now we have, we're on their side of the field, maybe, 20 yards away from having a chance to go win the football game. And we were unable to do that. We ended up in a 3rd and 2 scenario. So now 3rd and 2, we don't want to call a timeout with 50 seconds left. Don't get it. Give them the ball back. We were in a tough spot. But essentially in that scenario, sometimes in 2 minutes, we feel confident we can run for the first down. And we were unable to do that, and then felt confident we'd go and win it in overtime.
In that case, you're making sure you were making sure that at minimum you had overtime and that Case Western Reserve was not going to get another shot. And the way the running game had started to pick up steam in the second half, it certainly made a lot of sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And in our 2-minute drives we've had in the past successfully, even when we had to go score, we've been able to run the ball for the first down. And, we just didn't want to sit, drop back first down there. We felt, and we were running the ball, we felt very confidently we could run for that first down, and credit the Case's defense. They, even with 2 high safeties, they kept us from being able to do that.
And then in overtime, Case getting the ball first, Grove City winning the toss and electing to take defense, which, that's, you want to do that because you want to know what you have to do.
Correct. And that's the thought process, the way college overtime works. Always nice to win the toss. Glad we were able to do that. And that way you know what you have to get. So for our defense to hold them to a field goal was huge. And so then we knew, hey, we can go win the game here. And like you said, our philosophy, we're going to run the ball. And, we always tell the guys against great teams, it's not always going to be pretty early, but it'll pay off in the end. And we felt we were going to be able to do that in overtime. Certainly Nico, a great run, ran us all the way down to the 8-yard line. And then, we saw Scott in a scenario that we liked, and we took that opportunity, and it worked out great.
Nico Flatty, 3 carries, 17 yards to get the ball to the 8 there in overtime. He finished with 128 yards, 33 carries, PAC Offensive Player of the Week. And he's had some big games statistically in his career, and multiple touchdowns, well over 100 yards, the bowl win last year, etc. But considering the opponent and everything involved, it seems like that could be classified as his best game as a Grove City Wolverine.
Yeah, and I think, one of the things special, similar, I think his performance, a lot of performances West Schools had when he was here, when you give a guy over 30 times, as they get better as the game goes on. Your line does, but your running back does as well. And again, like I said, they're a great defense early in the game. There wasn't much green grass to be found, but as the game went on, Nico just was comfortable with what he was seeing, was hitting the hole quick, setting things up. And I thought, as great backs do, he got better as the game went on, and certainly put us in a position to go win the game in the fourth quarter in overtime.
And then in overtime, Logan Pfeiffer to Scott Frazier. I know we talked after the game about the play call, and things really set up the way that you're hoping for in that 2nd and goal situation.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things obviously when you run the ball well, you get teams who load the box, and they were very aggressive to stop the run at that point, which then puts both Ryan Heckathorn and Scott Frazier in one-on-one situations, and they were both essentially in man coverage, and Scott beat his man like we thought he could, and great ball by Logan, and the rest is history. Pretty special moment.
In that situation like that, quarterback has to be on the exact same page too. He has to see the same thing that the receivers see, right?
Yeah, and then also, I thought Logan did a great job being patient, holding those linebackers. We do a lot of play action, so it's a big part of it, because you watch the clip back. Their linebacker is right there to make the tackle. I thought Logan did a good job. Him and Nico in the line of getting those linebackers to first take their run reads and then throw a very accurate ball, because, like I said, Case's defense is good. They fly to the ball, and just perfect timing. Perfect route running there, and huge play in a huge moment.
A lot of times, we'll say like in the second straight week, the Grove City College football team will play under the lights, this time in the friendly confines of Robert E. Thornfield. It's the annual whiteout game at Robert E. Thornfield as the undefeated Wolverines take on another undefeated, the number 14 Carnegie Mellon Tartans. Kickoff coming up at the top of the hour, but first it's time once again for the Andrew DiDonato Show here on the Wolverines Sports Network. Hi everybody, Ryan Briggs here along with Grove City College head football coach Andrew DiDonato. Coach, as always, thank you for joining us.
As always, great to be with you. Hard to believe we're already in week 4.
And it certainly is. In week 3, took us a little longer to get through week 3. The Wolverines needing overtime last week, but it was well worth the wait. 27-24 victory at Case Western Reserve. Logan Pfeiffer, 8-yard touchdown pass to Scott Frazier in overtime after Case Western Reserve had kicked a field goal to go up 3. The Wolverines score 6. That's how you win in overtime. But, Coach, what a terrific Division III football game that was last week. I know it's easier for us to say that when you come out on the good side of it, but two really even teams that battled for 60-plus minutes last Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, Case is just a great team, great program. I mean, they've been one of the top teams in the league for many years now, and that's a place we had never won at. So to go on the road and fall behind and be down in the fourth quarter and find a way to tie it, hold them to a field goal in that first overtime, and then win it. Just unbelievable college football game, and certainly feels good to come out on top.
The Wolverines, it was a back-and-forth game. Grove City had the lead, then Case went ahead, then ended up 21-14. Grove City ties it, 5:45 to go. Nico Flatty, who's this week's PAC Offensive Player of the Week. We'll talk more about Nico here in a few minutes. End of fourth quarter, minute to go. Big play by the Grove City defense in Grove City territory. Gabe Dunlap, tackle on the screen pass to get the ball back at midfield. Was there a thought there, maybe trying to go for it, maybe trying to pop a big one and then set up the drive? How'd that all play out, starting with Gabe's great play on 4th and 1?
Yeah, I mean, first things first, the defense to get off the field was huge. I mean, they were on our side of the field, 4th and 1. For Gabe to read that and defeat a block and make a play was huge. And no, we certainly wanted to score. I mean, when teams play more coverage, which is what they were doing, our philosophy sometimes is to run for that first down. In the past, we feel in 2 runs, we can get 2 5-yard gains and get the first down. And that's what we wanted to do. We didn't want to just start throwing right away and incompletions, they get the ball back. But we felt we could. We called 2 runs in a row and felt pretty confident that we'd get that first down, call timeout. Now we have, we're on their side of the field, maybe, 20 yards away from having a chance to go win the football game. And we were unable to do that. We ended up in a 3rd and 2 scenario. So now 3rd and 2, we don't want to call a timeout with 50 seconds left. Don't get it. Give them the ball back. We were in a tough spot. But essentially in that scenario, sometimes in 2 minutes, we feel confident we can run for the first down. And we were unable to do that, and then felt confident we'd go and win it in overtime.
In that case, you're making sure you were making sure that at minimum you had overtime and that Case Western Reserve was not going to get another shot. And the way the running game had started to pick up steam in the second half, it certainly made a lot of sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And in our 2-minute drives we've had in the past successfully, even when we had to go score, we've been able to run the ball for the first down. And, we just didn't want to sit drop back first down there. We felt, and the way we were running the ball, we felt very confidently we could run for that first down, and credit the Case's defense. They, even with 2 high safeties, they kept us from being able to do that.
And then in overtime, Case getting the ball first, Grove City winning the toss and electing to take defense, which, that's, you want to do that because you want to know what you have to do.
Correct. And that's the thought process, the way college overtime works. Always nice to win the toss. Glad we were able to do that. And that way you know what you have to get. So for our defense to hold them to a field goal was huge. And so then we knew, hey, we can go win the game here. And like you said, our philosophy, we're going to run the ball. And we always tell the guys, against great teams, it's not always going to be pretty early, but it'll pay off in the end. And we felt we were going to be able to do that in overtime. Certainly Nico, a great run, ran us all the way down to the 8-yard line. And then, we saw Scott in a scenario that we liked, and we took that opportunity, and it worked out great.
Nico Flatty, 3 carries, 17 yards to get the ball to the 8 there in overtime. He finished with 128 yards, 33 carries, PAC Offensive Player of the Week. And he's had some big games statistically in his career, and multiple touchdowns, well over 100 yards, the bowl win last year, etc. But considering the opponent and everything involved, it seems like that could be classified as his best game as a Grove City Wolverine.
Yeah, and I think, one of the things special, similar, I think his performance, a lot of performances West Schools had when he was here, when you give a guy over 30 times, as they get better as the game goes on. Your line does, but your running back does as well. And again, like I said, they're a great defense early in the game. There wasn't much green grass to be found, but as the game went on, Nico just was comfortable with what he was seeing, was hitting the hole quick, setting things up. And I thought, as great backs do, he got better as the game went on and certainly put us in a position to go win the game in the fourth quarter in overtime.
And then in overtime, Logan Pfeiffer to Scott Frazier. I know we talked after the game about the play call, and things really set up the way that you're hoping for in that second and goal situation.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things obviously when you run the ball well, you get teams who load the box, and they were very aggressive to stop the run at that point, which then puts both Ryan Heckathorn and Scott Frazier in one-on-one situations, and they were both essentially in man coverage, and Scott beat his man like we thought he could, and great ball by Logan, and the rest is history. Pretty special moment.
In that situation like that, quarterback has to be on the exact same page too. He has to see the same thing that the receivers see, right?
Yeah.
as the Wolverine special teams there to make the stop. And the coverage units have been very solid this year.
Yeah, no doubt. This is, two of the best teams certainly in the conference, and all three of the special teams units. And so it's going to be interesting there to watch. You almost expect kind of mistake-free football from those special teams units on both sides.
So an exchange of punts gives the ball back to the Tartans, this time from their 39-yard line. 10:08 to play, first quarter, no score. Mills sends two receivers to the right, wing to the left side. Single back with him in the backfield on first down and 10. Mills takes the snap, gives the ball to his running back, Trey Vasiliadis, and Vasiliadis able to push the pile forward for a short gain on first down.
Yeah, Vasiliadis, again, he's really good at kind of making something out of nothing, and we saw that a little bit right there as it looked like there was going to be no room at all, but somehow he was able to sneak up off right tackle and pick up 3 yards.
Vasiliadis, senior out of Great Falls, Virginia. Brings up second down and 7 from the Tartan 42-yard line. And in motion, right side. Faking to Vasiliadis. Mills going to go downfield. The pass is juggled and incomplete off the hands of his intended target. That's Kevin Wojtowicz, the senior.
Complete intended for Wojtowicz. 3rd and 7 at the 42.
Yeah, that's a really good job out there. I think Mills thought his receiver was going to be open. And
so it's 3rd down and 7 from the 42-yard line. Mills takes the snap. He'll drop back to throw. Has time, and the ball is batted down and incomplete by the Wolverine defense, bringing up another 4th down.
Yeah, what a great job. Again, you see these defensive players making these plays, right? Jolly able to get in there and force the pressure. And that last play that I thought was a big play that nobody would really notice was Bowden Davidson kind of made Mills throw a different pass than he wanted to on that second down play. So 2 big defensive plays on both second and third down.
Wojtowicz will punt the football away. Gets this one away, another booming kick. Fair catch called and made for at the 15-yard line. That's Gabe Dunlap out there for the Wolverines on special teams. Kind of, and just kind of feeling out time frame of this opening quarter, kind of see whatever each team's going to do.
Right. Yeah. What you're trying to do here is you got these 2 outstanding defenses. You're trying to find something that works, trying to establish something, and neither team, both teams are finding some success, but nothing really to hang their hat on yet.
So 1st and 10, Grove City from their 16-yard line. Pfeiffer takes the snap. He will hand it off on first down. And they're able to push the pile down to about the 21-yard line. So Nico Flotty on first down.
Who else, right? Flotty just kind of dragging the pile, not dying easy.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6 at the 20.
Flotty, 317 yards, 3 touchdowns coming into play this week. Averaging a little more than 4 yards a carry. This brings up second down and 6. Ball right on the 20-yard line. Piper sends Tamburino in motion. He will give the ball once again to Nico Flotty, who hits the pile and was driven back, coming up to fill the hole. That's Truelson, the senior from the defensive end spot there, to clog the hole and bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, Cece was the one that came up from that linebacker spot and made that impressive tackle. That's the one that Flotty usually is able to at least break one of those, but Cece with a really impressive fundamental tackle there.
One receiver to the right side, that is Sullivan. Frazier and Heckathorn lined up to the left. 3rd and 5 from the Grove City 21-yard line. Piper takes the snap. Tartans have the blitz on. The pass is going to be caught by Frazier as he tight ropes the sidelines and gets the foot down. just shy of the 35-yard line. First target and first catch for Scott Frazier.
Yeah, Frazier out there one-on-one coverage with Marzo.
33.
And, Marzo, the back kind of gave him a little bit of space that time. So Frazier broke it off, and a perfect pass from Logan Pfeiffer.
Frazier's 19th reception of the season gives the Wolverines a first down. Frazier singled up to the left side. Heckathorn and a Sullivan to the right. Tamburino wing to that right side. Wolverine's going to run it on first down. Nico Flotti had a little bit of a hole as he hesitates, then explodes through the hole down to the 40-yard line. And now we got flags as the ball got spiked.
Flotti on the run. Flag on the play.
Looks like
sportsmanlike conduct. Defense 93.
Yep.
15-yard penalty from the dead ball spot. Automatic first down.
Yeah, the ball.
That's his first foul towards disqualification.
The play was called dead, and Flotti had conceded, and then number 93 Stokey knocked the ball out of his hands,
CMU.
and a big 15-yard penalty there. Yeah, you can't do that.
All the way to the 45-yard line of the Tartans. 6:53 scoreless here in the opening quarter. Two receivers left, one to the right side. Going to turn to the home sidelines, checking with the cards that come up. Tamburino in motion, settles in the backfield. Pfeiffer to throw it on first down. Has time. Fires the deep out. The catch made by Frazier. Good enough for another Wolverine first down and a beautiful hands catch by Scott Frazier.
Yeah, it's something there, that Pfeiffer's seeing. He likes that matchup out there. Frazier on Marzo. And that's a couple of times there, just snapping that out route. Pfeiffer laying it right there when he turned around on the sideline.
First down, Grove City.
Right back to the line of scrimmage from the Tartan 34-yard line. Frazier singled up to the left. Heckathorn slot to the right. Sullivan to the outside. Tamburino goes in motion. Flotti gets the handoff on first down, has a hole, staying on his feet, and drives down near the 25-yard line. Close to another Wolverine first down, and it seems like that offensive line starting to get something going up front.
Offensive line getting something going there, and Flotti able to break the tackle of Thor Trulson there, and he had him wrapped up. He broke the tackle and then busted out for maybe 6 or 7 more yards.
Second down and a 1. Flotti in the backfield. Frazier outside of the hash marks to the left side. Play clock at 5. They give the ball again to Nico Flotti right up the middle with a head of steam across the 20 and continuing to drive inside the 20-yard line. There's still a little bit of pushing at the end of the play.
Oh yeah, well, that's that thing we love about Flotti, right? He doesn't go down. He keeps the feet driving. He doesn't die easy. That time he ran into the other number 9, Corey, and just kind of drove, kept his feet driving, and picks up another first down.
Down to the 19-yard line. Heckathorn lining up as a tight end to the right side. Scott Frazier split out wide to the left side. Flotti gets the handoff again. This time stood up and driven back after a short gain. He's coming up to fill that running lane.
Oh boy.
Defensively, now somebody's slow to get up.
It'll be second down and 10 at the 19.
Couldn't get a number on who that was, Chris.
Yeah, it's Flotti. It's not great.
So play stop with 4:19 to play in this opening quarter.
Yeah, the Wolverines have picked up 65 yards on 7 plays here, Mark, so far in this drive. So really impressive.
And it's been a balanced drive, mostly relying on the run, but mixing some pass in as well, as the coaching and training staff continues to look at Nico Flotti down on the field. You can hear the silence that's overtaken Robert E. Thorne Field. With Flotti down, and we will step aside. We'll take a break, and we will come back with more right after this on the Wolverine Sports Network.
You don't usually get a stock tip from a 16-year-old, but I'm here to tell you about a different kind of stock. It's called Better Futures, a stock for social change that's not about making money. Instead, you invest to help students like me go to college, which ends up making the future better for all of us. My name is Alicia, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
Nico Flotti up into the sidelines for the Wolverines. Clayton Parrish checks in. Piper play action on second down. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to just unload this one incomplete. As that pass sailed on him a little bit, trying to look for Sullivan in the corner of the end zone. And this will bring up a third down and 10, under 4 minutes to play in this opening quarter.
Yeah, that's the first time on a pass play that we've seen CMU really get some pressure on Piper there, and obviously not able to make the pass that he wanted to. So
trips to the left side. Sullivan single receiver to the right side. It's Joey Guida now in the backfield to the left of Logan Piper. Play clock at 10. Piper takes the snap, drops back to throw. Pressure's on. He'll go underneath. And the pass is caught just shy of the 10-yard line. And that's Ryan Lenhart on the reception.
Pass complete to Lenhart. Hegday on the tackle.
So it's going to bring up fourth down, and Kuechly will come on to attempt a field goal.
Usually Lenhart, the guy that they go up top to for the fades, but that time Lenhart over the middle. And
Gutierrez will hold.
Kuechly 2 for 2 on the season. CJ Otwell will snap. Gutierrez will hold. This is at the 19, so make it a 29-yard attempt for the sophomore, Caleb Kuechly. Good snap. They get it down. Kuechly's kick might have been partially blocked.
Oh, boy.
And the kick is no good.
Yeah, it looked like it was.
So they got a piece of that attempt, and the kick is no good. So the Tartans hold, and now they'll have the football back. Might have come out there just a little bit low, Chris, when they were able to get a hand on it.
No, it would have been him. It's 87.
Yeah.
Was it Nalawak?
Yeah, it looked like Luke Nalawak able to jump up there and get the hands up. So
first and 10 at its own 20.
Nalawak, 6'5", 230, certainly used that way for obvious reasons. So he got up there and blocked the kick there and denied the Wolverines the first 3 points of the football game.
Mills to work out of the pistol with two receivers to the right. And this is going to be a halfback pass, going to throw it deep downfield, and the receiver able to catch the football, as it was William Boma, the backup running back, who threw that pass deep downfield for the big gain down to the 49-yard line.
Boma's pass complete to Reefer.
Aiken up on the coverage, and probably just that split second of freeze there as you think that there's going to be a run trying to get out to your edge. And then by the time he realized it was going to be a halfback pass, he almost made it back there, but not quite. Big play for the Tartans.
First and 10 to their 49-yard line. Single receivers each side, a wing to the left. Mills to throw. Has time. Pump's going to go downfield, and that pass too far out of his intended receiver.
Mills pass incomplete, intended for Reefer.
Looking for Ethan Reefer. 11 catches, 105 yards, and 1 touchdown coming into play tonight.
Yeah, Bowden Davidson doing a good job out there on coverage, and so he kind of just had to throw it where nobody could get it.
2.5 minutes to play. Scoreless first quarter. Tartans from their 49-yard line. Mills looking at the play clock, down to 15. Play action, sets up a little bit of a screen across the 50-yard line. Broke a tackle to the 45. And down near the 44-yard line, and there is a flag back near the midfield logo.
Yeah, Aiken, again, making a good play out there, and perhaps was some kind of a blocking infraction, some kind of illegal block.
So they've got a huddle across the field closer to the Tartan bench with 4 officials and our referee. Also have a second flag back here at the 41-yard line.
Right.
So could have potential offsetting fouls. We'll have to sort this one out.
Yeah, that second flag was thrown right when Volan made his way up the field. So usually
2 fouls, both by the offense.
Okay.
The block in the back has been picked up. Illegal block in the back, 73 offense, 10-yard penalty, replay second down.
So both penalties go on the Tartans, and that'll back their offense up.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can see, I mean, you know, sometimes you're wrong. You're watching the receiver, or the running back, and usually when you see someone kind of make the turn up the field there's nobody there, there's usually some kind of blocking infraction, and I think that's the one that the Wolverines accepted.
So second down and very long for the Tartans. 1 receiver right, 2 to the left side. Mills overlooking the Wolverine defense. As Bauma back there, and Mills is going to be hit. He's going to be sacked and dropped in the backfield. That's Shea Aiken coming in on the blitz, recording the big sack to set up a 3rd and long for the Tartans.
Shea Aiken just coming out of there unblocked, full speed, and just able to get to Mills before he could do anything. And setting up a 3rd and very long for the Tartans. A big play for the Grove City defense and Aiken.
So 3rd down and 25 for the Tartans. Mills going to work out of that pistol set once again, running back to his right. They're going to run it on 3rd down and long, breaking a couple of tackles and diving out across the 40 near the 43-yard line.
Like Will Boma, the backup tailback there, getting a carry, and Grove City doing a nice job kind of hemming him in. Picked up 9 yards, but that's not going to work on 3rd and 17.
The punt, Dunlap deep.
So Gabe Dunlap back deep to return this punt. Standing at his 15-yard line. Snap. Widowich gets off a nice booming kick that is going to go over the head of Dunlap and be down at about the 8-yard line.
We heard Coach DiDonato talk about how good, their punters, their kickers, traditionally have been at CMU. That's their backup punter.
Right.
I mean, that's
not bad for the backup.
Yeah, not bad for the backup, yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah, he's had a couple of boomers that time. Not just a boomer, but also one that's perfect bounce to pin them inside the 10.
So 1st and 10, Wolverines from their 8-yard line. 31 seconds to go here in a scoreless opening quarter. Pfeiffer to work out of the pistol, running back 2 yards behind him in the backfield. Single receiver, that's Sullivan. Out to the wide side. They're going to run it with Clayton Parrish. And Parrish hammers ahead down to the 10-yard line for a gain of 2.
Yeah, Parrish again, you like his running style against this uber physical CMU defensive front. Got to keep slamming away at that.
So this will bring us to the final seconds of the opening quarter here tonight from Robert E. Thorne Field. We've played 1 full quarter,
The end of the first quarter.
and we are where we started at the beginning of this game. It is Carnegie Mellon and Grove City scoreless. We'll be right back to start quarter number 2 on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Hey, Is that a faucet running?
Nope, that's not a faucet. That's a river rushing through the forest.
It is?
Yeah, forest rivers provide over 100 million people with clean water to drink. The water comes straight from the forest to us. In fact...
What? I can't hear you because of the vacuum.
That's not a vacuum. That's the trees in the forest cleaning up the air we breathe.
How do trees clean the air?
They soak up the dirty air on their leaves, branches, and trunks, which means clean air for us.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Yep, but the forest does more than give us clean air and water. It gives us shade for hot days, birds to listen to, and trees to climb.
Wow, that's awesome. I didn't know how cool the forest could be. Hey, let's go explore some more.
Visit the forest today and enjoy all it does, just for you. To learn more about the forest and find one near you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Well, Chris, we flip ends of the field to begin the second quarter, and we're right back to even still.
Yeah, I mean, really, the story of the game are the defenses, right? The Grove City defense has been fantastic. CMU defense bending a little bit on the one drive resulted in a missed field goal, a blocked field goal. So really, the defenses were fantastic in that first quarter.
2nd and 8 for the Wolverines from the 10-yard line. They got to run it on. 2nd down, right up the middle. Fighting across the 10 and down near the 12-yard line for a short gain. To bring up 3rd down and just about 6 to go.
Oh, yeah, that's Nico Flatty back in the game. That's certainly great news.
Harris on the run.
So he will come out. Joey Guida checks into the backfield.
3-yard gain, 3rd and 5 at the 13.
So 3rd down and 5 for the Wolverines. Three receivers go to the right, one to the left side. Play clock approaching 5 seconds. Pfeiffer to throw it. Has time. Looked at Frazier. Now he's going to be hit. He's going to be sacked back near the 6-yard line. 2nd sack this offensive line has surrendered this year so far.
Yeah, and it's funny. You said he has time, and then he didn't, because it looked like he did when you said that. But then just all of a sudden, the black and gray shirts were in there in a hurry, and he was looking for Frazier out there. Pretty good coverage, and just kind of swallowed up here on that 3rd down play.
Boylan at D.
So Barabay set to punt. From the back of his end zone. Good snap by Otwell. Gets the kick away. High spiraling kick. Fair catch called for and made at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, pretty good field position. Certainly the best field position of the night, starting field position of the night here for CMU, as Dom Volan making that rather difficult fair catch there. So see what the Tartan offense does here.
So they will have the short field from the Grove City 42-yard line.
Catch, 1 of 35 yards.
With 13:30 to play in a scoreless first half.
City 42.
Mills brings the offense out. 2 receivers go to the left, 1 to the right side. Running back is to the left of the senior Ben Mills. Mills takes the snap and drops to throw. Looked one way, didn't like that. Now goes back down the field as his receiver continued to go down the field and looking for Matt Everett.
Dom Magliacco just blanket coverage there. For a split second, he fell behind him, but then he was able to just kind of urgently get back there and just nowhere to squeeze that ball into.
So 2nd and 10 from the 42-yard line. Mills and Vasiliadis in the backfield. 2 receivers to the left, wing to the right side. Play clock at 10 seconds. Mills takes the snap, gives it to Vasiliadis. Cut back now right up the center and right down to the 35-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd down for this Tartan offense.
Vasiliotis on the run, gain of 7.
Vasiliotis just kind of following the left side of that offensive line. Jolly was able to get him, but not before he could get a pretty good second down pickup and set up 3rd and short here for the Tartans.
So 3rd and 3. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right side. Vasiliotis to the left of Mills. Mills takes the snap, fakes to Vasiliotis, fires downfield, pass caught at the 30-yard line, and that is good enough for a first down for the Tartans.
Mills pass complete to Whitowich.
Whitowich makes the catch, the senior out of Irvine, California.
Yeah, Whitowich making that catch. Dunlap, nice tackle, not letting him get any yards beyond the catch, but still able to pick up a first down.
To the Grove City 30-yard line. Mills and Vasiliotis in the backfield. Play clock at 12. Mills takes the snap, fakes it to Vasiliotis, goes downfield. The defensive back fell down. That's Aiken who fell down and tried to still back the pass away, and the ball was overthrown, and it completed 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Shea Aiken fell down. The pass was not perfect. Aiken was almost able to knock it down, from his position on the ground, but still maybe a bit of a break right there for the Wolverines.
Backs now split the quarterback, Ben Mills. On the 2nd down and 10 from the 29. They give it to Vasiliotis coming in the opposite direction. He'll hit a wall and be dropped shy of the 25-yard line. At the 26, it'll bring up another 3rd down conversion attempt for the Tartans.
Yeah, Jack Jolly, Bryce Spolnick all over that, so nowhere for Vasiliotis to go.
So it's 3rd down and 7 from the 26-yard line. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right side. 2 backs with Mills in the backfield on 3rd down and 7. Mills fakes the handoff, looks to throw, gonna step up, eyes downfield, fires downfield, the pass deflected and almost intercepted, and the incompletion brings up 4th down for the Tartans.
Yeah, great job putting a lot of pressure on Mills.
Complete, intended for Voiland.
Yeah.
4th and 7 at the 26.
Bowden Davidson right there to kind of tip it up in the air, and almost a interception, but for the guys on the tip, but going to get a very long field goal attempt here for the Tartans.
Justin Caputo, 4 of 6 on the year, and field goal attempts to long of 40. Snap down, the kick is up, twisting, and that is no good. So Caputo pulls that one, no good, and it's now 4 for 7 on the year, and we stay scoreless.
Stay scoreless again, yeah. So a blocked field goal by Grove City, and now a blocked field goal or a missed field goal for CMU. So 2 field goal attempts is all we have here, and the defense is still here with 11:20 to go in this second quarter. The defenses are still certainly outshining the offenses.
So the Wolverines take over from their 26-yard line. Sullivan and Heckathorn go to the right. Frazier to the left. Nico Flotti in the backfield. Play clock at 15 seconds. Pfeiffer takes the snap, looks to throw. Going to take a shot downfield for a Heckathorn, and he caught the football off the back of the defensive back, and he pulls it down at the Tartan 45-yard line.
Yeah, Heckathorn was he kind of tipped it up, ran it into the back leg of the CMU defensive back, and then able to scoop it up on the catch to make a spectacular catch, a spectacular play for the Grove City offense.
Big play, Ryan Heckathorn doing it again for this Wolverine offense. Sullivan to the right, Heckathorn and Frazier to the left. First and 10 from the Tartan 45-yard line. Pfeiffer to throw, has time, gonna fire one downfield. Frazier came back to the football, but unable to make the catch, and it's 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Marzo out there again with pretty good coverage on Frazier. But Frazier was able to kind of shake him, almost use like a basketball move to get open and come back. But ball was still a little short.
Marzo at 6 foot, Frazier at 6'4". You like that matchup?
Yeah.
2nd and 10 from the 45-yard line. Tamburino in motion, settles in the backfield. Tartan showing pressure. They're coming. Underneath and a diving, catch for Frazier at the 40-yard line.
Pass complete to Frazier.
Yeah, Frazier, of course, most noted for being a big play receiver, but that time kind of being like a security blanket and all-out blitz by CMU, picked up well by Grove City, and Pfeiffer able to hit Frazier and set up a third and very manageable here.
Frazier came into play averaging just under 14 yards per catch. 3rd and 5 from the Tartan 40-yard line. Pfeiffer takes the snap. They're going to run it with Nico Flotti, and there's a wall of defenders there to push Flotti back a yard and bring up a 4th down and 6.
Flotti on the run, brought down by Nash.
Nash
Nash
just kind of stood him up right there. You don't usually see that with Nico Flotti, right? He usually at least is able to drive a guy a couple of yards, but that time Nash just walling up and forcing a Grove City punt.
A lot of California products on this roster for CMU. Nash out of Redondo Beach.
Barabay to punt. Boylan to Dini.
So Boylan stands at his 10-yard line. Barabay gets a end over end kick away. It will call for the fair catch and make it right at the 15-yard line, and we remain scoreless with 9:18 to play in the first half.
And you can tell this game's certainly going to be close to the vest, the defensive struggle. So good job there by the Grove City punt unit. Barabay, nice punt, and CMU's forced to set up shop on their own 15.
Ben Mills back out there, 6'2" senior out of the Woodlands, Texas. He'll have Vasiliadis with him in the backfield and single receivers to each side. Mills fakes to Vasiliadis, going to go downfield. That is a high pass that is caught for a first down across the 25 to the 27-yard line.
Mills pass complete to number 27, Ethan Reefer.
Yeah, Ethan Reefer.
On the tackle.
Big rangy 6'3" wide receiver, kind of.
Tartans want to go tempo. Mills pumped, went downfield, and the pass is off the hands of Wojtowicz and incomplete.
Mills pass incomplete, intended for Wojtowicz. 2nd and 10.
Boy, Mills, you can see when he wants to fling it, he can fling it.
And Bowden Davidson has looked good in single coverage so far here in the first half. Stride for stride. 2nd down and 10. 8:58 to play first half. Everett in motion. They will run the ball with Vasiliadis, who spun down to the 29-yard line.
On the run.
Yeah, it's going to bring up a 3rd down for the Tartans.
Yeah, they had him 2nd and 2, and it looked like they were going to be able to get Vasiliadis right at the line of scrimmage, but he was able to spin away from one tackle, pick up 7 yards there, and set up a 3rd and short here for the Tartans.
2 receivers go to the right side. Mills and Vasiliadis in the backfield. Wolverines showing some pressure. Mills takes the snap, gives it to Vasiliadis, spun off a one tackler, and was dropped in the backfield for about a 2-yard loss, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Ryan Fleming busting in there to blow that play up, and Fleming doing what he does, right?
For a loss by number 9, Ryan Fleming.
Ryan Fleming making plays.
I know. I love it. We heard Coach DiDonato talk about him in the pregame show, how he's just, become so much more of a complete player than he was earlier in his career. Just a sack guy early on, but now he really does a good job in all aspects of that linebacker spot.
High snap, gets the kick away. Dunlap's going to let this one hit, and it's going to check up at about the 26-yard line. And the defenses and punters have taken center stage.
Punters. Basically, we're just kind of taking turns from around the 20-yard line, aren't we? To the two 20-yard lines. And, this is kind of what we expected here.
So, 1st and 10 for the Wolverines. Right to left here in this quarter. Nico Flotti in there, tailback spot. 7:29 to play in a scoreless first half. Piper to throw on 1st down. Steps up into a ball deep downfield, and Sullivan able to make that catch.
Wow.
Off balance, he got the foot down at the 50-yard line, and the freshman continues to impress.
I mean, you can't have any better coverage than out there, but Sullivan able to just kind of lean on him and go up and make the catch.
So 1st and 10, Wolverines to midfield. Sullivan to the right, Heckathorn slot left, Frazier outside of the hash marks to him, and we've got a flag thrown on the far side.
During the dead ball interval, unsportsmanlike conduct, bench, CMU.
Oh, wow.
15 yards, dead ball spot, automatic 1st down.
So they called an unsportsmanlike penalty on the Tartan bench.
Wow, okay.
That'll move the football all the way down to their 35-yard line. The third big 15-yard penalty against CMU.
Were they chirping about the call? Or, they didn't really see what was going on, but...
Flotti in the backfield. Stacked 2 receivers tight to the scrimmage to the right side. Frazier far outside, and we're going to get a illegal procedure penalty.
Procedure, yep.
On the Wolverines. It'll back them up 5 yards.
5-yard penalty.
Number 3. Okay, so he was right there. Frazier was right in front of him.
Now 1st and 15 at the 40 for Grove City.
Looking over, kind of talking to him now, like.
1st and 15, back to the 40-yard line. Piper and everyone going to check with the sidelines. Everyone turns. Brady Brungard staying down in his stance. They will run it with Nico Flotti. And Flotti stays on his feet across the 35 and down to the 33-yard line. So we got the penalty back plus a little more.
Right. Yeah, and Flotti did a great job kind of bowling people over and then just...
Corey.
Okay, we got an injured player down there. So
yeah, one of the Tartan defenders looked like he was reaching for maybe a foot or an ankle.
Yeah, hurt his shoulder maybe.
At the end of that last play.
Sometimes you see that.
6:11 to play here in the first half. 2nd down and 8 facing the Wolverines once we come back to play from this injury timeout. Defenses have stood tall on both sides of the ball and made plays all night long. We'll step aside for a quick break, and we'll come back after this on the Wolverine Sports Network.
When I was little, I didn't talk for a long time. I was sensitive to lights and sounds, so I built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. Sometimes I do the same things over and over, until one day I found out I had autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Well, Chris, they continue to tend to the man down on the field for the Tartans at about the 42-yard line. It was right in front of Logan Pfeiffer when the play finished after the run by Nico Flotti. Can't quite tell exactly what they're looking at. We unfortunately could not get a number for you. He was down on the backside of the play.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's starting to get up here now, so...
Looking down the roster.
Yeah, it looks like number 71, Mark. Yeah, so that's maybe Alexander Nelson, maybe, defensive lineman.
So he is up. A nice round of applause here at Robert E. Thorne Field, and going to get a little bit of help to the sidelines.
Yeah.
Not putting a lot of weight on something in the lower body.
Yeah. See, he's trying to flex that knee, gave the two big thumbs up to his sideline, so walking pretty regularly now, so just needed a moment, I guess.
Second down and 8 from the 33-yard line of the Tartans in a scoreless game with 6 minutes and 8 seconds to play first half. Sullivan to the right, Heckathorn slot to the left side, Frazier outside of the hash marks. Plenty of time on the play clock. Piper to throw it. Going to go right down the seams, looking for Heckathorn, who got interfered with, and multiple flags come out.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no doubt about that one. As Hedge was just kind of blocking him off from finishing the route at all.
Defense, number 2.
Yeah, number 2, Hedge. So
you're going to love that by Heckathorn, kind of fighting through the contact, putting his arms up, just showing how as he was interfered with.
It's basically, you put the official in a position that he kind of has to make that call, right? Because it's like drawing the foul in basketball, right? You ball fake, you see somebody leave their feet, you drive up into them, the official has to make the foul call, so it's kind of like that. So great job by Heckathorn.
So 1st and 10 for the Wolverines at the Tartan 18-yard line. Lenhart also now lined up in the backfield. Pfeiffer takes the snap, gives the ball to Nico Flotti. Stutter steps in the hole. Flotti got back, might be to the line of scrimmage. He's going to bring up second down, and we'll say 10.
Yeah. You think about all of those guys along the line, the Grove City offensive linemen, the CMU defensive linemen just smashing into each other, and then here comes Flotti just violently running into that pile. And that's a heck of a collision every time.
2nd and 10 from the 18-yard line. Flotti carried it 33 times last week.
That's what he wants, right? He is becoming the ultimate workhorse for this team, and he wants the ball every time.
Tamburino in motion, settles in the backfield as we go under 5 minutes to play. Piper to throw. Going to take the shot for Frazier over the shoulder. And no, they say he didn't get the foot down. He was out of bounds. It's incomplete.
Yeah, more just great battling out there between Frazier and Marzo.
Intended for Frazier.
Yeah, not able to kind of get the feet down. And yeah, he can see the delayed reaction by the crowd that thought maybe Frazier got the feet down.
3rd down and 10.
3rd and 10 at the 18.
Trips to the left. Single receiver Sullivan to the right side. Lenhart now moves from the slot behind the line of scrimmage as a wing. Piper to throw, 3rd down and 10. Pressure on, downfield. Frazier made the catch inside the 10, made a man miss and dives down to the 1-yard line. It's 1st and goal for the Wolverines.
Yeah, Marzo was up in press coverage. Frazier couldn't get away, came back, made the catch, and then broke Marzo's tackle. Almost got himself into the end zone, but still able to pick up about 5 or 6 yards after the catch, setting up a 1st and goal for Grove City here at the 4:47 mark of this first half.
Now we've got whistles And we've got a CMU timeout with 4:47 to play here in our first half. We will step aside for a quick break and come back with more on the Wolverines Sports Network.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund breeding.
Oh.
Let me try. Sarah's bright, but when she's reading, she has trouble sounding out words.
Playing world music.
What?
I give up.
Wait, I was trying to show you how Sarah feels every day. Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
Brady Brungard trying to get this capacity crowd up and excited. It is first and goal for the Wolverines from the 1-yard line, and Clayton Parrish checks into the backfield. Parrish, 2 rushing touchdowns on the season, and Tartan's late substitution across the front.
Yeah.
So Piper's going to go under center. He's just going to follow Brady Brungard. Look for the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Logan Piper with his 3rd rushing touchdown on the season puts the Wolverines on the board first.
Yeah, they put Tamburino in there, the wham package, and that's not what it was about, though, right? It was just Piper following the center, Baumgartner right into the end zone, and 6 points finally on the board for the Grove City Wolverines, and in this game, touchdown, every touchdown is huge.
Caleb Keekley will kick. Otwell to snap. Gutierrez to hold. Gets the snap down, gets the extra point up. And that is a fantastic job by Gutierrez to corral that just slightly errant snap and get it down for the big extra point.
Right, that's right. Yeah, he kind of had to twist and get it down and keep the timing right. So all the little things, right? Aiden Gutierrez doing a great job there.
And it's all those little things that you might not always see that go into the mechanics of any type of kit.
Well, I mean, if he doesn't get that down and then CMU goes and scores and makes the extra point at 7-6, we certainly would have noticed, right? So great job by Gutierrez getting that down. And the Wolverines, just a terrific offensive drive aided by a couple of penalties and, the passing game getting going a little bit. And like I said, in a game like this, every touchdown is going to come at a premium. So
the Tartans set to get their hands on the football. They have 2 of their 3 timeouts remaining. Caleb Keekley kind of massaging that football, getting it the way he wants to line up on the tee.
Right.
And you hear the Wolverine student body making their presence known down on the field off to our right. So Keekley gets his foot into this one. Another high, deep kick. Back to the 10, across the 15, 20, 25, 30, and down near the 34-yard line. And that's Bauma on the return for the Tartans. They will have 4:40 and a pair of timeouts remaining.
I was just going to say, see what CMU does to answer. Nice 6-play, 73-yard touchdown drive for the Wolverines. Used about 2:45 on the clock, so it'd be nice if they could get a 3-and-out, get their hands right back on the football.
So 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line for senior quarterback Ben Mills. They'll have 2 receivers left and 1 right side. Receiver goes in motion. They give it to the running back. That's Vasiliotis, who hesitated in the hole and drives out to the 40-yard line. Going to spot him a little further at the 39-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd down. And a long 3 for Carnegie Mellon.
Vasiliotis, again, we heard Coach DiDonato talk in the pregame show with Ryan about, his extreme talent. So doing a pretty good job with him here so far.
Everett settles in the backfield as they could have fired the ball. And that's going to be a first down to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Vasiliadis, 7 carries for 30 yards now, Mark. So I think certainly at the 4-minute mark of the first half, you would take that, right, every time.
CMU at the 45.
So first down, Tartans to the 45-yard line. Under 4 minutes to play in this first half. Mills to throw. Pumps. Now going to take the shot down. Field pass intercepted down the sidelines by the Wolverines to the 40, 35. Cuts back now with blockers and down to about the 32-yard line as he went to that well a couple times too many. And the Wolverines secondary there to intercept the pass by Bowden Davidson. It sets up the offense in great position.
Bowden Davidson, great timing there, right? As he had great coverage the whole way. And like you said, Mills trying to force it in there. And Davidson just kind of waited for the receiver to snap off the route, stepped in front of it, made a great catch, and then a terrific return by Davidson. Mark that play down because, certainly if things go the Wolverines' way at the end of this thing, remember that play.
Flatty the tailback. Single receiver right, 2 to the left side. Tamburino in motion, settling in the backfield. They run it with Flatty on first down, and Flatty hammers down to the 31-yard line. Nice job running with the shoulder pad square to the line of scrimmage.
Brought down by Robert Corey and Hegde.
Just every time Flatty carries the football, there's violence.
Seeking contact.
He's seeking contact. People are trying to hit him hard. It's amazing.
Second down and 9 for the Wolverines. Under 3 minutes to play, first half. Down to 10 seconds on the play clock. And we've got movement up front. It'll blow this play dead.
Yeah, already a tough second down and 9 play. About to get to 5 yards tougher.
False start. Offense, number 61. 5-yard penalty. Second down. The clock will start on the snap.
So the false start penalty called on at Dylan Lane, the junior.
Just a little bit ahead of his center there.
Second down and 14. One receiver to the right. Trips to the left side. That's Lenhart, Heckathorn, and Frazier.
Yeah, pretty good trips.
Joey Guida in the backfield with Logan Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer to throw it. Stands in the pocket. Pump, pulled it down. He's going to run across the 30, 25, and slide down inside the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, great job, right? As he kind of went to his right. All kinds of gray and black shirts. His 3 receivers, the trips that you mentioned, went deep, and he was able to pick up a huge chunk of yards there. CMU man down on the other side of the field there.
That's Aaron Hedgie, a senior safety, was down and then got up quickly.
2 minutes and 28 seconds.
8 seconds, so they're going to put 3 seconds back on the clock, Mark.
So they will add the 3 seconds to the game clock at 2:28. Now they'll wind it and ready to get back to action. Sullivan, far side to the right. Heckathorn, slot to the right side. Frazier on the left side with Pfeiffer and Flatty in the backfield. Big third down and 3 for the Wolverines. They'll check with the sidelines. Play clock at 15. Under 2 minutes to play here now in the first half.
Grove City 2 of 6 on third down here, Mark, so far. So Coach D, recognizing the gravity of the moment, going to use the timeout.
We will step aside for a quick break. Come back with a big third down and 3 on the Wolverines Sports Network.
When is the best time to talk to your family about staying in touch during a disaster? When floodwaters reach your door?
When wildfires are engulfing the edge of your neighborhood, or an earthquake is destroying buildings. When a tornado is tearing through town, or a hurricane strikes. Or is the best time perhaps today? During a disaster, you may not be able to stay in touch with your family or friends as easily as you think. And it's not always as simple as using your cell phone. That's why now is the time to take action. Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Wolverines facing a 3rd and 3 from the Tartan 25-yard line. Play clock at 14 seconds. Piper takes the snap, takes the floaty, goes downfield. Sullivan made the catch at the 20-yard line for a first down, and a flag came in on the backside of the play.
Yeah, you can't tell Piper a reaction there. Yeah, okay, yeah.
10-yard penalty.
Kind of clapped his hands. I couldn't tell if he clapped because he was happy or he clapped because he was upset that it had happened. And yep, unfortunately, it was the latter.
So they got Vinny LaPrey for the hold that backs the ball up to the 35-yard line. And we'll make it 3rd and 13. Trips to the right side. Single receiver Frazier to the left. Joey Guida now in the backfield on 3rd and 13. 1:49 to play in this first half. Piper to throw. Rushes on. He steps into a ball downfield. Went through the hands of Ryan Lenhart at the 24-yard line. That was a fastball from Logan Piper, but it brings up 4th down.
Yeah, Lenhart was kind of in some hand-to-hand combat there with Paul Davis. Kind of broke loose from him. And, Piper put that ball on him about 90 miles an hour. Needed to be a 60-mile-an-hour changeup.
Kind of in the area where it's too long for a field goal. Might be too short to punt, so the offense stays on the field.
Yeah, we call high school games, we call that 4-down territory, right? So this is 4-down territory here with this score, or the time and the clock.
3rd and 13. Piper calling for the football, and the Wolverines are going to have to. They got the timeout, I do believe.
Yeah, they threw the flag for the
timeout.
Start.
Grove City,
they got the timeout first
of the half.
So the Wolverines get the timeout as the play clock was running dangerously low, and some confusion on what the play call was as Piper was calling for the football from Brady Brungard, and smart usage of the timeout.
Yeah, some of the linemen were looking around like, what's the play call? So good timeout there by the Grove City sideline.
So both teams go to their respective sidelines, and it does not get any easier next week for homecoming with Washington and Jefferson coming to town.
Yeah, I mean, how do you get Case Western Reserve, Carnegie Mellon, and then Washington and Jefferson 3 weeks in a row? Certainly along with Grove City, the 4 heavy hitters in this conference. And Grove City has to play them back to back to back. So, yeah, but, almost like a playoffs, right? You win last week, it sets up round 2 here. That one, you get to that W&J game, and a lot will be at stake in that one.
4th and 13. Clear to the tailback. Piper to throw. 5-step drop. Junior looking downfield for Frazier, trying to come back to the football, and the ball was just tipped away and incomplete.
That Frazier Marzo matchup has been a lot of fun to watch. I'm sure both of those guys appreciate each other with their efforts. So good play call, good execution, just a little bit better defense there by Marzo. So obviously in a game as low scoring and close to the vest as this, converting those 3rd and 4th downs have been tough for both teams.
1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Mills has twins to each side of the formation. 2-step drop, back to throw, fires the pass out, and it's dropped at the 40-yard line.
Mills pass incomplete.
Looking for Ethan Reefer, the senior, who kind of turned upfield before he had the
It
football.
looked like Gabe Dunlap kind of bothered him a little bit. Heard some footsteps, and took his eye, kind of looking up the field, looking at Dunlap, and didn't corral the whole thing there. So little bit of a break for the Wolverines. Also, kind of a nice play by Gabe Dunlap.
2nd and 10, minute 38 to play in the half. Mills sends his man in motion. Goes back to throw. Swings it out to his running back in the flat. That's a catch by Vasiliadis, who was knocked out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Vasiliadis with a head of steam.
Magliocco on the tackle.
Yeah, that was actually a really good play by Magliocco because that could be real trouble swinging that ball out to him. But Magliocco getting him right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job to close in on that play.
Yep.
3rd and 10 from the 35-yard line. Crowd coming to life. Minute 33 to play in the half. Mills sends his receiver in motion. He's back to throw. He's going to take the shot downfield. The pass is underthrown and intercepted by the Wolverine secondary.
How about that? Another takeaway from the Wolverine secondary. That time it's Shea Aitken just going up and battling hand to hand and ripping it away from the receiver. He had the inside position. That's a heck of an athletic play right there. I just watched it on replay. Wow.
We talked about Mills' interceptions. Had 4 coming in. He's got 6 now.
When you can see why, can't you? Just from watching. He really does. He's got a lot of confidence, which is a good thing. It's a little bit almost like the Brett Favre syndrome, right? You think you can make every pass. And sure enough, now 2 interceptions, 2 takeaways for the Wolverine secondary.
1st and 10, Wolverines. From the 39, they'll run it on 1st down. That's Joey Guida. No running room for Joey. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Minute 12 to play in the half.
Joey Guida on the run, no gain. Thomas Corey on the tackle, 2nd and 10.
So 2nd and 10 from the 39-yard line. Piper to throw. Steps up downfield. Lenhart's open. Broke a tackle across the 40. Stays on his feet. 35 and spins down near the 32-yard line.
How about Ekathorn? They're looking just big and strong there. Lenhart in the middle of the field. 6'4", 250. I half expected to hear like the Heath Miller chants. That's what he looked like in the middle of the field there.
Piper to throw it again. Pass time. Going to go underneath. And Lenhart got knocked down, and the pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, I think they're going to rule that he tripped. Looked like he got tangled up a little bit, but I think they're going to rule that Lenhart fell down. Now, Lenhart's a wide receiver, but he's NFL tight end sized. It's amazing, and that's what he looked like right there.
6'4", 250 out of Shenango High School. So 2nd and 10 from the 32-yard line. Wolverines still have 1 timeout in their back pocket. Piper to throw. Pressure on. Frazier coming downfield. That pass underthrown and incomplete. The safety came over but could not make the catch in bounds. Right. It's a Nolan Pitzenberger, the junior.
Pitzenberger upset with himself. I don't know how he could have stayed in bounds. I mean, he maybe could have tried to plant the feet and then see if he could make the catch. But, that was 5 feet out of bounds.
3rd and 10. Piper checking with the sidelines. Play clock at 17 seconds. 36 seconds to go in the half. Wolverines with a 7-0 lead. Play clock down to 5. Piper to throw it. Gonna kick the shot underneath. That's Ekathorn, who's open and drugged down at the 20-yard line for a 1st down. And they will set the change quickly, and the Wolverines going to go right back to the line.
Yeah, the middle of the field has been open here in this 2nd quarter. Ekathorn making the nice catch there, and
Piper to throw it again. Has time. Was looking middle. Now he's going to run to the outside and try to dump it underneath. And the pass ball is incomplete with 14 seconds to go.
That was a heads-up play by Piper right there. Had he, tried to maybe run and not been able to get out of bounds, that would have chewed up a lot of the clock. So you can see he kind of bounced back behind the line of scrimmage and then just threw it away to stop the clock. Heads-up play there by the Grove City quarterback.
So the incompletion brings up a second down and 10 with 14 seconds to go. They're going to bring Lenhart inside for some extra protection on the left. Piper takes a little bit of a low snap. Going to go underneath, and the pass is incomplete with 10 seconds, and it brings up a third down and 10.
Pass incomplete. Intended for Heckathorn.
Yeah, Frazier had actually gotten open out here in the corner, but the rush was on, and Piper just didn't have much time. Threw it right into coverage in the middle of the field.
So 10 seconds. Still one timeout for the Wolverines. They will check with the sidelines. Play clock at 15 seconds. Piper takes the snap. He's just going to run it right up the middle, trying to set up a field goal. But he broke free and ran into the end zone for a touchdown. Unbelievable. He fought through a tackle. There was nobody there in the secondary for the Tartans, and he ran it into the end zone for 6 points.
He just a design quarterback keeper, played it a little bit conservative, but he was able to bounce to the outside of the linebacker, got one great block, and the Grove City Wolverines have taken a 13-0 lead here with 5 seconds to go in the half. Point after pending.
Quickly on for the extra point. Otwell snaps it. Gutierrez gets it down, and the extra point is up and good. So with 5 seconds to go in the first half, it is a 14-point lead for Grove City here in the annual night game, the Whiteouts. And we're going to get the ball back to start the third quarter.
There it is, right? Yeah, that's Coach DiDonato's favorite thing. And, score at the end of the half, get the ball to start the second half. And that's exactly how that script has gone tonight. So great job here by the Grove City Wolverines offense as they get the football late in the half and are able to score.
So CMU to get the ball back as Keekly has it lined up at the 35-yard line.
8-play, 61-yard drive. So, man, great job by the Wolverines.
Capitalizing on another turnover.
That's right. Yep.
So Keekly with the ball teed up at the 35-yard line. Twin returners back deep at the 5 for the Tartans. Keekly going to kick this one away. It'll hang up and be caught at the 11, across the 15, 20, 25, down to the 27-yard line. And Shea Aiken there with some help to knock the returner down and to come to the end of the first half. It is the script has gone almost to perfect form for the Wolverines in the first half.
Perfect form for the Wolverines. Both defenses were great for almost the entire first half, but Grove City not bent a little bit, but did not break on defense, and Grove City able to put together one great long drive for a touchdown. Then they capitalized on a turnover for their second touchdown.
So it is a 14-point lead for the Wolverines that will get their hands on the football and able to capitalize on some turnovers late and turn it into a couple of scores.
Yeah, fantastic job. Again, the defense setting up the offense and the offense capitalizing, and Grove City is going to take a 14-0 lead into the halftime locker room with their defense flying high.
Defense playing exceptionally well, and the Wolverines will make their way off the field as we will have the halftime entertainment and what has been another unbelievable night under the lights for the Wolverines.
Yeah, it really has. Again, the defense has shown certainly brightly as they have just kind of shut down this highly touted Carnegie Mellon offense. And then in that second quarter, 2 turnovers turned into scores.
And it's still a full half of football left to play. So not trying to get, too excited, but things have gone exceptionally well, as you said.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, there's certainly an entire half to play, and this is going to take everything that the Wolverines have to finish this one out against this great CMU team.
We will take a break. We'll come back. We'll have halftime for you on the Wolverines Sports Network.
Guys, like having a place to live, eating food, wearing clothes, sending 639 texts a week on a shiny new phone? There's one thing that can help you get the money to do all of those things. It's called a job. If you're a guy turning 18, there's one important thing you need to do to make sure the job market is wide open for you. Register with the Selective Service System at sss.gov. Failing to register with Selective Service would mean you'd not only be breaking the law, you'd also be unable to apply for federal jobs, many state and municipal jobs, and all kinds of job training programs the government offers. So guys, take a minute and register with the Selective Service. You'll keep your job prospects open. Otherwise, how are you going to get the basketball shoes with full-length responsive cushioning and an outsole cutout for low-profile impact protection? Take that minute, go to sss.gov and register with Selective Service, and keep all your options open. Remember, it's quick, it's easy, it's the law.
What is that?
Oh, it's my time machine.
Does it work?
Sure, just hit this button.
Whoa, dinosaurs. Cool.
Or we can go here.
Hey, that's Napoleon.
Oui.
Or we can go to the future.
Wow, hey, you have this nice house. Do I have a nice house?
No, you didn't save any money. Always spent it on vacations and stuff.
If only there was a way I could go back in time and correct that bad habit.
Yep.
Okay, the time machine is not real, but the saving thing is. Get in the habit of putting some of your money in savings each week through a 401k, savings account, or financial investments. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ideas and easy tips on saving, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
What does this crazy little button do?
Wait, no!
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
I love being a part of the Action Team. It helps me help other people. It helps me feel good.
Being a part of the team always feels good. Go for it. Don't even hesitate.
For more than a decade, Major League Baseball players and action teams of high school students have been working together to train and inspire the next generation of volunteers.
Once you get there and realize how much you can change someone's life, it's one of the best feelings in the world.
Just that simple act that takes 5 or 10 minutes of your time is making a difference and is transforming someone else's life.
All-star Giancarlo Stanton and Chris Capuano join action team captains to make a difference in their communities. And you can too.
Just try it. Just go to one event, one action team event.
If we all show up together, that's what it's all about. It's not just one person. It's a group. It's a team.
It's been incredibly rewarding for me. It'll just make you feel so good about yourself.
I'd do anything to convince you just to be a part of this.
For more information, go to actionteam.org.
Halftime here on the Wolverine Sports Network, and Grove City with a 2-touchdown lead as we dive into the numbers, Chris, here in the first half. Looking at the total offense, 30 plays for 100 yards of total offense for CMU in the first half.
Yeah, again, that just speaks to the exceptional job that the Grove City defense has done. I mean, they've done it by, staying home, playing with a lot of energy on every play. What you have to do against a team like this is you have to play with incredible urgency on every play. And that's exactly what this defense has done. They've shut them down. They've made they've forced 2 big turnovers. They've been terrific.
For Grove City, 39 plays for 212 yards. As you look inside some of the individual numbers, Vasiliadis 7 carries for 27 yards. He's averaging under 4 yards per carry. Bauma has 1 rush for 9 yards. Mills has 3 rushes for a total of -3 yards coming on the sacks. Mills through the air, 7 of 18, 38 yards. He's been intercepted twice and sacked once.
That's the key. That's the key stat line of the game right there, is they put pressure on Mills. They've done a great job covering the receivers, and they've really neutralized him. 7 for 18 for 38 yards with 2 interceptions. You take that every time against a top flight quarterback.
Ethan Reefer, their leading receiver, has 3 catches for 48 yards. Looking at the Wolverines stat line, Nico Flotti, 11 rushes for 32 yards. Logan Piper, 4 for 26 yards. And Logan has both touchdowns on the ground.
That last rush was that's an all-time highlight. Him getting into the end zone there with 5 seconds to go in the half. And here's the thing, obviously, Flotti not having the game that he's had, the first 3 games of the season. But he keeps grinding. He keeps punishing the defensive front for CMU. And again, you'll take that from him because he's doing what he needs to do for this offense to be successful.
Scott Frazier, 4 catches for 45. Ryan Heckathorn, 2 for 41. Ryan Lenhart, 2 for 36. Daniel Sullivan, 1 for 23. But I want to talk about a name we mentioned a lot in the first half, stepping up into a role today because of injury. That's Shea Aiken.
Yeah.
5 tackles and a sack and a tackle for loss in the first half. He has played exceptionally well.
And an interception. Yeah, right. So, that was an incredible job by Aiken. He was terrific. And, again, right, he stepped up. A couple injuries, Montgomery out. And, so they've done a great job, right?
Scoring in the first half, all in the second quarter at the 4:44 mark, capping off a 6-play, 73-yard drive that took 2:45. Logan Piper, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. This from 1 yard out. Caleb Keekley made the extra point. Wolverines had an early 7-0 lead. And you sought to see in those last couple of drives, the offensive line really starting to take control.
Starting to take control a little bit. And, here's the problem now for CMU. What Grove City wants to do here is put together long drives, pick up first downs, chew up clock. If you're CMU, are you going to get enough possessions, against this team that very rarely makes a big mistake here in this second half? So Grove City really has done what they've needed to do here to grind it out and do what they, and win this game with field position and clock control here in the second half.
And then the Wolverines doing what we've seen them do over the last few years, scoring very late in the first half with just 5 seconds to go. This drive, 8 plays, 61 yards in a minute 22. Logan Piper looked like he was just trying to run the ball up the middle to set up a Keekley field goal.
Amazing, right?
He broke a tackle and virtually was untouched from about 11 yards out.
Yeah, he got a great block. There was a great block in the open field on the linebacker, and Piper bounced out. And where was everybody else? They had trips to this side, remember? So they had to honor 3 receivers, and then he was able to bounce out, and there's nobody there to the opposite side of the receivers. So a great play call, great execution, great job by Piper.
And the safeties had kind of shifted over to that side to help out in the back of the end zone. And once he broke free off of that first tackle, all he had to do was get the ball in the end zone.
Right. And that's to me again, that's coaching, right? I mean, that's where your coach gets you one. You look at sometimes over the course of a game, your coach gets you one or two real opportunities, right? And that's just a great play call by Coach DiDonato and company, and Piper doing the rest. And that's again, that looms large in this game.
And we heard Logan in his interview after the game last week on social media with Ryan Briggs saying, we're a read and react type offense. We read what they're doing and we adjust accordingly. Yeah. And we've seen that especially tonight.
Yeah, they sure have. And again, you think about this highly touted, nationally rated defense of CMU, and Grove City has the players and the play calls to react to a defense, even an elite one like the number 14 team in the country, CMU.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I mean, this is always a big game, but this is not only a big game in the conference with 2 of the undefeateds left, but this is the number 14 team in the country in D3football.com.
Number 14 team in the country, and perhaps they should be rated higher than that, because sometimes the PAC maybe gets a little underrated. But again, so when you can say what you want, but when Piper talks about being a read and react offense, that essentially puts a lot of pressure on the players to sort of be as good or better than the players on the other side of the ball. And when you're as good or better as the players on CMU's side of the defense, you're awfully good. And there's no question mark. I just said to someone, just kind of tracking the game, and we're texting back and forth a little bit. And, in this 6-year run here under Coach DiDonato, this might be the most complete team, with the least number of like holes and weaknesses of this entire run. And, again, it's one half. We don't want to get too excited. Lots of work yet to do. But if Grove City's able to hang on and win this game, you really start to think that perhaps this is maybe the best team of this really good stretch here over the past 6 years.
Now you look at some of the key numbers. Time of possession in favor of the Wolverines, 18:01 to 11:59. Grove City 4 of 9 on third downs. CMU 2 of 8. Grove City 0 of 1 on fourth down. CMU had to attempt a fourth down conversion.
Yeah, that speaks to how good the defenses are, right? The third down, it's been tough sledding on third down. It's been tough sledding on fourth down. And part of that is it's certainly not offensive ineptitude. That's defensive dominance there, certainly on both sides.
When we held the opposition, who is number 14, to 100 yards on 30 plays in the first half.
That's getting it done.
And that's the thing that, whether it's, about us texting during the week or talking during timeouts, the thing that we knew this was going to be a very good offensive football team.
Yeah, we did. I mean,
but
again,
this defense has come to play in the first 4 games.
Really come to play, right? As you think about, we know about Ben Mills, we know about Trey Vasilidis, and it's just amazing that they've been able to shut them down, blanket the receivers, and again, a couple of guys dinged up in this Grove City secondary. So again, we know this Grove City team has great depth. So it's not just so much that you're missing 2 guys, because the guys that are in for the 2 guys that are hurt are playing a lot anyway. So you're not throwing somebody out there who never plays, but it's just, now you got to put so much pressure on the guys that are out there, and they've certainly answered the bell.
And we haven't really, because of how big this night is and how much is going on, Hall of Fame night, whiteout, annual night game, we don't really get enough time to really talk about the atmosphere that this night game has become.
It's amazing.
I mean, we have our own tradition. We always wear the white dress shirts for this game that, we've done. I don't know how many years we've done it now, but it's just one of those where the whiteout, the crowd,
it's a capacity crowd.
It continues to grow every year.
Right. Every year it's like flowing out onto the track here. You see the students, they're going just absolutely bananas on every single good play made by Grove City. And it's, Coach DiDonato says this, and of course he says this, right? Because it's his team, his program. And, again, he says it's the best atmosphere in small college football. And somebody might say that as well. Yeah, of course the coach is going to say that. But if you're here, if you're actually sitting here and you're seeing this crowd and you're seeing what's going on, he's not wrong. So it's pretty amazing.
And the thing we haven't had a chance to talk about, because there's so much going on, is 6 years ago tonight, to this very night, the long losing streak that this football program went through came to an end. Coach DiDonato got his first win as the head coach 6 years ago to the day.
That's amazing, right? Yep. So 9-23-17 was Coach D's first win, and now here we are, 42 wins later, and he's got this program. Again, Mark, what's amazing to me is when you and I were doing games back in that stretch, and I don't want to use hyperbole or anything like that, but they had this team had a handful of legitimate Division I starters on it, right? And what we're looking at now with this team is they have legitimate Division III starters, 2 or 3 of them at each position. I mean, that's what this guy has been able to stockpile over these 6 years. And it's an incredible job. Again, everybody thinks coaching is X's and O's and being smarter than the other coach, but that's not what it's about at this level. At this level, it's about going and getting players and attracting people to your program, and that's what he's done.
We will take a break. When we come back, we'll set up some keys for the Wolverines in the second half. Halftime, it is Grove City 14, Carnegie Mellon 0 on the Wolverines Sports Network.
I'm Sally, a volunteer at United Way. I'm asking people around the neighborhood what they think this place needs. Excuse me, hi, what do you think this place needs?
I'd like to see more parking.
More playgrounds.
Free movies.
That's easy. Better restaurants.
And you, what do you think this place needs?
This place? Oh, more ice cream trucks.
Okay. How about you?
Wi-Fi everywhere?
I was thinking more money in the pockets of local families come tax time.
Can I change my answer?
I was just kidding about the ice cream.
Oh, that's way better.
Now that you mention it.
When it comes to getting better tax refunds into the hands of local families, what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org. Because great things happen when we live united. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
This is the news. This morning, we are saluting the 2.2 million women who have joined in the war effort. They now make up 37% of the workforce, changing their role forever.
The prestigious Harvard Medical School is breaking ground today, opening its doors to new female applicants.
Today, little girls all over the world look to the sky, where the first woman is now in space.
Military stereotypes are challenged today with the trailblazing promotion of a U.S. female officer to 4-star general. It was just announced that the vast majority of last year's doctorate degrees were earned by women.
We've come so far, but our news is changing for the worse. More women die from heart disease and stroke than men, even though it can be prevented. Make a change at GoRedForWomen.org today. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women.
Chris, can you put the video game controller down for a second?
I can talk and play. Oh, I'm totally annihilating this punk kid in Nebraska.
I just feel like you're not acting like a grown-up in our relationship.
Am too.
Well, you still ride your skateboard to work. There's the comic book collection, the race car bed.
Look, I'm young at heart, but I put money into my 401k every paycheck. I picked up a few savings tips at feedthepig.org. I have control over my financial life now, and that feels pretty grown up.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. For free ideas and easy tips on ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
So, I bet I look like a grown up to you now.
Well, except for the footy pajamas, I'd have to agree.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
A little more than 3 minutes to go here at the half, with Grove City holding a 14-0 lead over the visiting number 14 Carnegie Mellon Tartans. As one more undefeated team will suffer their first loss in conference play tonight.
Yeah, with a certainly a lot on the line here in this game as far as conference standings. And I mean, if Grove City can get through now Westminster, Case Western, and then can finish this one off and get through CMU and still be undefeated. Again, you don't want to put all kinds of stock in the preseason rankings, but that would mean that they would have beaten, everyone in the top 5 in the preseason rankings, except of course their next opponent, W&J. So.
And the thing about it is, I love what the conference has done. I love what Commissioner Anderko and the presidents have done. Every game is a league game.
Yeah.
Every game matters every Saturday, day or night.
Right. Oh, that's so great. And it's I heard somebody say it. It's the most fair. It's the most fair way to decide the champion. You don't want, in this case, you think about Grove City, CMU, Case Western, W&J, and Westminster. You don't want one of those teams to not play each other, and you end up with a tie, for first place or something, and the two teams that are tied didn't play each other. So you have to do it this way.
And you look at the way Division I has changed, where geography means nothing for conferences, and there's so many teams in a conference that you can't possibly play everybody in 1 year.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody's in these 12 to 16 team super conference.
Is the big 17,
14,
18, whatever it's going to end up being in the next few years.
Yeah, so that's exactly right. But now you got this nice 11-team conference. 10 teams, all 10 of your games, 10 teams are in action, and everybody's got their off week, and again, there's always going to be rumblings and grumblings about, someone having a longtime rival that's not in the conference anymore. And I know, CMU, Case, they have some, like local rivals to them. They came into the conference in 2014, but, hey, this is the best way to do it, right?
Chris, Wolverines will get the football to begin the third quarter. What are you looking for in the second half?
I just think, this is exactly, again, this is exactly where Coach DiDonato wants this game to be, because now this identity that this team has, this offense has, where they just grind it out, move the sticks, move the clock, and limit your possessions when they have the lead. This is exactly where, this team wants to be. And this vaunted CMU defense, they're really going to be put to the test here, because if they can't make stops, if they can't get Grove City's offense off the field, Grove City's just going to try to possess the football this entire second half, Mark.
Dunlap and Guida back to return this kick from freshman Jack Norrell. Guida, 31.5 yards per return. Dunlap, 35.3 yards per return. That return game has been fantastic for the Wolverines through the first 3+ games.
Kicking off.
That's going to go off the hands of Joey Guida, and that'll go through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Wolverines begin the third quarter, Chris, right to left.
Yeah, right to left. And
the end zone, it is a touchback.
On a touchback. So
first and 10 at its 25.
They'll be at the 25 to get this thing going. And I just, if they can get, the running game, Nico Flatty and Clayton Parrish going and continue to get, have this passing game here with Pfeiffer and Frazier and the big boys, Heckathorn and Lenhart across the middle and, just keep moving the sticks.
So Logan Pfeiffer brings the offense out on first down and 10. Nico Flatty, the tailback behind him. Play clock at 10 seconds. They'll run it with Flatty on first down, and linebackers came up, filled the gap, and Flatty got maybe one on the play. It's second down at 9.
Yeah, and again, we've talked in such superlatives here, about Grove City College that it certainly can't be overstated that CMU's defense is terrific and has played well, but just have gotten nothing from their offense because of how good Grove City's defense has played.
Second and 9. It is Sullivan to the right. Heckathorn slot to the left. Frazier outside of him. Nico Flatty is the tailback. Tamburino in motion. Pfeiffer to throw. Fires downfield. Frazier unable to hold on to the football, but the referee threw a flag late, and I don't know what this is going to be here.
What do we got here?
Pfeiffer's pass incomplete.
Offense number 61.
Okay.
10-yard penalty, second down.
So they get Dylan Lane, the junior, out of Pendergrass, Georgia, for the hold. That'll back him up, and we'll replay second down. So Lenhart and Guida check in. Second and 19. 14-11 to play, just underway here in the third. Play clock now down to 12 seconds. Pfeiffer to throw it. Stepping up, goes down the middle. Lenhart makes the catch. Surrounded by two defenders and drives down to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, certainly something, they figured something out there late in that second quarter. That there are, the middle of the field is open for that underneath pass. And that's the third or fourth one of those that we've seen here since the middle of the second quarter, Mark.
So 3rd and 6 from the 29-yard line. Sullivan to the top of the formation to the right side. Trips to the bottom to the wide side. Now they'll bring Lenhart inside for some extra protection on 3rd and 6. Pfeiffer to throw it. Backside fires downfield. The pass is caught by Heckathorn for a first down to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, big Heckathorn. Ryan was just pinning up there just like a basketball post player, pinning up the defensive back and catching that and another first down.
Third catch for Heckathorn that moves the chains for the Wolverines. Piper again working out of the pistol, standing right on the 40-yard line. 12:55 to play here in the third quarter. Opening drive for the Wolverines. Piper to throw it again with time. Downfield, and Sullivan, he held on. He spun through, and he made the catch. Wow.
Yeah, Piper underthrew him there, and Sullivan recognizing it and came flying back in, made the catch, scooping it off the ground. So a 23-yard gain, Mark, and everybody making plays here for this Grove City offense in this drive.
We've seen Sullivan be able to make the deep catch downfield, continuing to grow in the routes that he is running in his freshman season.
These receivers have such great chemistry with their quarterback, right? I mean, it's just they almost like read each other's minds.
First and 10 from the Tartan 32-yard line. Clayton Parrish in the backfield gets the carry on first down. Parrish going to hurdle a defender inside the 30 and down to about the 27-yard line.
You mentioned that this offensive line, sort of starting to get their traction a little bit. All of a sudden there on that run by Parrish, starting to look like the field's tilting a little bit, right? Parrish able to get downhill there. And you don't want Clayton Parrish running downhill on you.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Check back with the sidelines. Play clock now down to 7 seconds. Again with Parrish running right up the middle. And he's going to be down to the 27-yard line, and someone a little slow to get up along that offensive line, but they'll untangle. It looks like everyone's all right.
Yeah, it was Nathan Brady that was a little slow to get up there. I think that was friendly fire. I think Parrish ran into the back of him.
So 3rd down and 5. Tartans just get a man off the field. Now they'll check with the sidelines. Play clock down under 10 seconds. Joey Gwid is the tailback. Piper to throw. 5-step drop. Goes underneath. Lenhart makes the catch. Ran over one man. Ran over a second man. And he's down to the 17-yard line for a Wolverine first down.
Yeah, how about Ryan Lenhart, 6'4", 250-pounder. Just kind of setting up there in the middle, making the catch, and then just dragging those little defensive backs with him for several more yards and another first down for the Grove City Wolverines.
Lenhart's 3rd catch of the game. Nico Flotti now in there at the tailback spot. Piper takes the snap, gives it to Flotti, stepped hard to the right, came back to the left, and got about 2 yards. Last couple of drives, notice they're in such a rhythm that when they stand and look to the sidelines, almost every time it's between 20 and 18 seconds. They've just been in that kind of rhythm.
Right. Which is exactly what you want. And again, this team, they certainly work on all of the little details. And one of the details that they're working on is you're not necessarily thinking about clock management here early in the third quarter, but they're already working that clock a little bit and doing what they love to do,
Thor Turleson is the man down on the field, 6'5" senior from Fort Worth, Texas.
Yeah.
Sitting at the 15-yard line.
And his name is Thor. That's very cool. Seems to be all right. So,
yeah, he's got about 3 trainers over there taking a look at him on the field, and up, kind of flexing that right knee a little bit as he comes to the sidelines.
He's got the big kind of ACL tear apparatus, the post ACL tear apparatus brace on that right knee. So it looks like he's okay. It's good to see that. He's played a heck of a game.
And their defensive front has played exceptionally well.
Goodness. Yeah, he's really good. And
Stokey, Hoffel, Turleson, all played very well up front.
Yep.
And they're 3-4.
Yeah.
Second and 9. 9:40 to play here in the third quarter. 14-0 Grove City. Tamburino in motion, sets in the backfield. Play action for Logan Piper. Looking for Frazier, made the catch inside the 5. It is first and goal, Wolverines at the 4-yard line.
Frazier once again just kind of getting out there and using that height advantage on Chris Marzo. The Tartans' number one, one-on-one coverage guy, but Frazier got him that time. Little out pattern.
So first and goal from the 4-yard line, and Clayton Parrish checks in the backfield.
Yeah.
First time tonight, they will shuffle the offensive line.
How about an 11-play drive here that uses up 6 minutes to start the half?
Piper under center, sends Tamburino in motion. Stretch handoff, Clayton Parrish. And Parrish able to push the pile. Might even have lost a little bit. Once they reset the spot, they'll put it down at the 5, so he'll lose 1.
Yeah.
Not something you see very often where Clayton Parrish loses any yards on a carry.
Loss of 1, second and goal at the 5.
We see Heckathorn and Lenhart into the game here, as well as Flotty. Mass substitution here.
Second and goal from the 5-yard line. 8 minutes and 17 seconds to play, third quarter. Wolverines into the win here in the third quarter. Play clock to 2 seconds. They will give the ball to Nico Flotty. Stutter steps in the hole and going to drive the pile down to about the 2-yard line. That's the second time we saw that. Hard step to the right, Chris, and bounces right back to the left.
Right back to the left, and picks up a couple of yards, but still, I mean, if you're Grove City, you have to love this now, right? You've got the opening kickoff of the third quarter, the second half, and you're still possessing the football, about to run your 14th play on the opening drive at the 7:30 mark of the third quarter.
So it is third and goal for the Wolverines. Play clock to 4 seconds. Tamburino in motion at 2 seconds. Piper to throw. Looks for Frazier. He blocked the ball out of the air. That is a Wolverine touchdown at the 7:13 mark of the third quarter, and a 20-0 lead for the Wolverines.
Just a perfect pass there by Piper. Only where Frazier could get it. Frazier again using that height advantage that he has over the great coverage man for CMU, Chris Marzo. And you asked me what Grove City wants to do here in this second half. They want to do this, right? 8-minute drives and that result in points. And that is exactly the identity of this team offensively.
Keekly on for the extra point. Good snap by Otwell. Gold hold by Gutierrez, and the extra point is up and good. 7:13 to play here in tonight's third quarter. Wolverines cash in the opening drive of the third quarter. They turn it into a touchdown, and we will take a quick break and come back on the Wolverines Sports Network.
Who do I wrestle for? I wrestle on my high school team for Jason Garcia, my fiercest competitor during practice and my biggest fan during meets. I wrestle for the chance to put our little high school right here in Pennsylvania on the map.
Wearing the uniform of your high school comes with a big responsibility. Younger kids look up to you, and the reputation of your high school depends on you. This message presented by the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Pennsylvania State Athletic Directors Association.
21-0 Grove City, 7:13 to play, third quarter. And I've been impressed by so many things that Scott Frazier has done in his career. But tonight, showing off the hands, catching the ball out of the air with two hands.
And don't forget, he's doing all of this against an elite coverage guy over on the other end. That's been a great battle, but clearly Frazier has gotten the better of him here, particularly here as this game has kind of moved along.
Kuechly's kick end over end from the 7, across the 10, 15. They turn around, run a reverse. Wolverines in great position there to not get affected by that, and they make the tackle at the 25-yard line. That is coaching, Chris. They stayed in their lanes, and they made the play.
Yeah, how about that? Again, just great special teams play. We've seen it all season, but we've certainly seen it all night here from this team.
Rose City with correction. Carnegie Mellon takes over first down and 10 at the 26-yard line.
First and 10 for the Tartans from the 26-yard line. Ben Mills and Vasiliadis in the backfield. Single receivers each side and a wing in the backfield. They give it to Vasiliadis running up the middle. Vasiliadis able to carry a couple of defenders across the 30 to the 32-yard line.
Vasiliadis, again, it's been a frustrating night for the star running back for CMU, but got a good run there.
Tartans want to go right back to the line of scrimmage. Again, they give it to Vasiliadis, and it's going to be about a yard shy and bring up a third down and a 1.
Gain of 3, 3rd and 1 at the 35.
Vasiliadis picking up the first 9 yards on 2 plays there. Let's see, give it to him again here to pick up a first down.
3rd and 1. Mills puts his wing back in motion. Wolverines are coming. They give it to Vasiliadis. He bounces it to the outside and has the first down to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, Magliacco making the tackle there, but not before he picked up the first down.
Haven't seen a lot of that from him in the first half. It was a lot of between the tackles. That's the first time he really put his foot in the ground and tried to go outside.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, you're exactly right. Interesting.
Mills under center this time. Reverse handoff to Vasiliadis, who cut it back and broke a couple of tackles and dove down to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, running with some urgency now. As, certainly now down 3 scores with approaching the 5-minute mark of this third quarter. So, yeah, it's CMU's kind of their star players are recognizing the moment here. So
Mills again under center. Will turn and give it to Vasiliadis. Run into the short side. Broke a tackle. Dove across the 45 and down to the 43-yard line. So we see a big adjustment offensively for the Tartans here in the third.
Yeah, and I think part of the adjustment is they're giving the ball to Vasiliadis, and he's breaking some tackles for the first time here in this game.
And so rarely anymore, as he drops back into a pistol now, do you see a team go under center.
Right.
5 minutes to play, third quarter. Again, they give it to Vasiliadis, hesitates in the hole, works his way across the 40 and down to the 38-yard line. Spolnick in there on the tackle for the Wolverines.
2-yard gain.
Bryce Spolnick, it's just such a pleasure to watch him. Only a junior, Mark. We get to watch him again next year.
Gain of 4, second down and 6. Reverse handoff, Vasiliadis cuts it back between the hashes and dives across the 30-yard line. That'll move the chains down to the 29.
Yeah, I mean, you said it earlier in this drive, and now it's like glaring to me what you said is, he's trying to get to the outside, cutting back and using some of that, great quickness that he has.
Bauma now in there in the backfield as Mills goes under center. Give it to him, running to the outside. Now cut back. He got hammered at the 25-yard line and fell forward for 1 more yard.
Bauma on the run, brought down by Karczewski.
William Bauma, sophomore, 6 foot, 195.
5-yard gain to the 24.
Yeah, this is all running game here for CMU. First time they've really been able to establish this all night.
Down to 3 minutes, 35 seconds, third quarter. Mills under center. Hands it off again. Bauma tried to bounce it outside, and Ben Bladel there with some help to make the stop.
Bauma on the run.
Yeah, Bauma, number 5 for CMU, running into Grove City's number 5, Ben Bladel. And
third and fourth, the 23.
Getting flung down. And now, even though CMU has really put together a great drive here, they're up against a big 3rd down and 4 play here.
Vassiliadis now in the backfield to the right of Ben Mills. Play clock at 15 seconds. They give it to Vassiliadis. Now he pulls it back, goes downfield, and the pass caught at the 17-yard line. I think one of the Wolverines came across and made contact before the play.
Pass complete to Wedowich. Flag on the play.
Offside. Defense number 67. The penalty is declined.
Okay.
First down.
So they declined the penalty.
Carnegie Mellon will have
the same amount of yardage there, but first down either way. And
they got Karcheski on the penalty. So it's 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line of the Wolverines. Down to 2:40 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Give the ball to Vassiliadis, trying to bounce it to the outside. At that time, the Wolverine defense there to stretch it out and pull him down.
Yeah, that was Bowden Davidson that cut off the edge and brought him back into a host of white tacklers. Yeah, it was Minch there, but give credit on that play to Davidson. Just not letting him get to the outside. That was huge.
Dominic Foylan checking in as an extra wide receiver as they go trips to the right side. Wing to the left. He'll go in motion, now reverse direction. Mills tried to flip it inside to the motion man. Was able to break free of the initial tackle. And Wolverine's there to make the play to pull him down.
Mills pass complete to Everett.
That's Matt Everett, the junior out of Roswell, Georgia. So it is 3rd down.
Gain of 5
for the Tartans.
3rd down.
Yeah, Tartans putting together a impressive answer drive here themselves, but that was the 12th play of the drive, but still no points here.
Split backs with Mills in the backfield. Twin to the right, single receiver left side. Play clock at 10. Mills to throw. Looks for the end zone. The pass is going to be caught inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. It's 1st and goal for the Tartans.
Yeah, 1st and goal.
Mills pass complete to Reefer.
Ethan Reefer not afraid to go over the middle and make a big catch there.
Yeah.
So Joey McGinnis now in there at the quarterback spot, diving for the goal line, and he is going to be a little bit shy. We talked about him in the pregame. 5 carries, 6 yards, 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, there you can see why, too, what they use him for. So, yeah, here the 14th play of this drive, Mark. So CMU with an answer themselves.
Snap it to him again directly, and this time he's into the end zone for his 6th rushing touchdown of the season.
Yeah.
McGinnis on the run.
Yeah, so again, a long, sustained drive here for Carnegie Mellon. They got the football with about 7.5 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. Pretty much exhausted it now with 33 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. A 15-play, 75-yard drive for the Tartans.
Caputo on for the extra point. A perfect 14 of 14 on the season. Snap down, extra point on the way. And the kick is good.
The kick is good.
Well, it took till 33 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter for Carnegie Mellon to get on the board, Chris.
Yeah, and again, just a really nice answer for this Tartans offense, who has just been stymied all night by Grove City's defense. But what they did there is they established the running game. That was the first time all night, that we've seen them really kind of get things going with the running game as Vassiliadis got things going, and Bob Bouma, the number 5, got things going there for the offense, and the offensive line getting a nice push. And the good news for Grove City is it took more than 7 minutes for them to score there. 6 minutes and 31 seconds officially. Yeah,
and it's one of those where this is an adjustment that they have made, but the adjustment they have made is time consuming.
Right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So again, what Grove City wants to do here is just kind of answer with the same thing that they did to start this half.
With that adjustment, that third score to begin the third quarter becomes huge.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, you're exactly right. And again, that's that's Grove City having a great plan, a great script, to start that second half.
Little kick off the side of the foot. One of the up men for the Wolverines will fall on it at the 35-yard line.
And that's Anthony Brunette. Yeah, good a wham back there. Kind of the backup fullback for Grove City. They said, remember hearing about the preseason kind of comments by Coach DiDonato that he's taken a big step. So I got to know him a little bit this summer. So yeah, great kid. Good job there by him on that play.
So 1st and 10 for the Wolverines from their 35-yard line. Run it on first down with Nico Flotti. Flotti ran over one of the defenders and picked up an extra yard, a yard and a half across the 35 down near the 36-yard line.
Flotti on the run.
Kind of getting the brunt of that was Leighton Tark, the 5'9", 200-pound linebacker. So that's the one thing about CMU's linebackers is they're really good, but they're small. Yeah.
So we have come to the end of the third quarter tonight under the lights at Robert E. Thorne Field. It is Grove City 21, Carnegie Mellon 7. As it has been everything we thought it would be here tonight, we will step aside for a quick break and be back on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Final 15 minutes of this one up on the scoreboard as the Wolverines face a 2nd down and 8. Going left to right here to start the fourth quarter. They run it with Nico Flotti, cuts back and lowers the feet and drives out to the 40-yard line. He'll pick up 3 more, and it brings up a big 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, big play right here, obviously, is the Carnegie Mellon defensive line doing the job there. As we see Thor Trulson making that play there. Good to see him back in there making that play. But, big 3rd and 6 right here, Mark.
Joey Guida now in the backfield. Wolverines strip to the right. Single receiver to the left side. Lenhart pointing out a potential blitzer as he will now go into the backfield for some extra protection on 3rd and 6. Piper to throw it. Time. Looks for Frazier. Made the catch. Got knocked out of bounds. Yes, it is a good catch and a Wolverine first down.
Yeah, Grove City was 7 of 12 on 3rd down heading into that play. Picking it up there. Now 8 for 13 on those. Big pickup. As anytime you pick up a first down, you get to melt some more clock away and keep a drive alive.
Leighton Parrish now in the backfield. Receivers to each side on 1st and 10 from the Wolverine 46-yard line. 13:55 to play here in the fourth quarter. Play clock winding down to 5 seconds. They snap it with 2 and give the ball to Clayton Parrish, and Parrish going to hammer downfield to the 50-yard line. They'll actually spot him down maybe a little shy of the 50, closer to the 49. So it brings up a second down, and it's 7 for the Wolverines.
On the tackle, 2nd and 7.
Some kind of play action here, I'm guessing.
2nd and 7 from the 49-yard line. Kind of sounds like me last week in overtime.
Yeah, that's right.
13 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Play clock to 5. Pfeiffer to throw it. There's the play action. There's the shot downfield for Sullivan. And a little too tall and incomplete. Wolverine bench looking for a flag, but there is a flag up in the backfield.
Flag on the play.
They look like Adrian Williams.
Holding. Offense number 79. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Okay.
So they're going to get Nate Brady on the hold.
Grove City at the 39-yard line.
So Clayton Parrish to the sidelines. Nico Flotty checks in. Sullivan, Heckathorn.
Yeah.
Joins Scott Frazier on this 2nd down and long.
Yeah.
Pfeiffer checking with the sidelines. Play clock at 15 seconds. Second and 17 from the Grove City 39-yard line. Tamburino in motion. Pfeiffer to throw. Steps into a throw downfield, and that pass is almost caught, but just incomplete. Pfeiffer took a big hit on that one and was quite able to follow through on the throw.
Yeah, that was it. It just all, kind of a bunch of guys were able to get in there for CMU, and Pfeiffer could not make the pass he wanted to.
So 3rd and 17 from the 39-yard line. Scott Frazier coming over to talk to Logan Pfeiffer before the play. They're playing up press coverage on Frazier to the short side.
Yeah.
Now they will back it off. Pfeiffer to throw. Under duress, he's just going to unload this one and incomplete. Now we got a flag at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, they may actually get a hold there as
complete flag on the play.
Thomas Corey held on to. He kind of grabbed Ryan Heckathorn as Heckathorn came back to the ball. That would be a tough call on CMU if that's the call. As Pfeiffer was, the ball was already a dime.
There is no foul for defensive holding, and number 88 was in the area on the pass. Incomplete pass, 4th down.
Yeah. So as you said, Chris, they will pick that one up after a little conversation. Not long.
Yeah, that obviously the Grove City folks aren't happy about that, but that's the right call.
So the Wolverines will punt the football away.
17 at the 39 for Grove City. Barabay to kick.
Barabay averaging 35 yards a kick in the first half. On 4th down and 17. Good snap from Otwell. Barabay gets the kick away high, spiraling kick. Fair catch called for late. And made at about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, it was really late. It's
33-yard punt.
So the Wolverine defense, Chris, back out on the field.
1st down and 10 at its 28.
See how they make adjustments to the adjustments from Carnegie Mellon.
Yeah, I mean, that Carnegie Mellon, again, it was a 6.5-minute drive. But it was an impressive one. And so certainly, the Grove City defense here is going to have to answer some things that did not work for them on the last CMU drive.
Mills out of the pistol. Running back right next to him. They give it to the running back. Going to bounce it out to the outside. Vasiliadis across the 35. Dives across the 40 to the 41-yard line. He'll have a Tartan first down.
Yeah, Vasiliadis, again, a really tough first half. And all of a sudden now, he's locked in. He's in the zone a little bit now.
1st and 10 to the 41-yard line. Mills under center. Vasiliadis going to get the handoff. This time they'll drive down near the 45-yard line. Pick up a 4 on first down and second down and 6.
On the run, gain of 4 to the 45.
Offensive line giving him just a little bit of a lane there to get through, and he's finding him.
Second and 6 from the Tartan 45-yard line. Give it to Vasiliadis. Try to bounce it back this time, and he's only able to fall forward for about a 2-yard gain. It'll bring up third down for the Tartans.
Yeah, really good play there by Bowden Davidson, just to wrap
He's had a
him up.
whale of a game tonight.
Great. He's been great, and Shea Aitken has been too. The two guys certainly pressed into more duty than usual.
Third down and 4. Crowd coming alive, sensing a big play from this Wolverine defense.
CMU 5 of 11 on third down here, Mark. So big one here.
Play clock at 10 seconds. They give it to Vasiliadis. He hit the line, and he got to the 49 of the Tartans. He needs to get to the 49 of Grove City. It's fourth down.
Yeah, great job by the Grove City defense. See what we got here.
Got a player down for the Tartans. That's Garrett Doherty.
Play. CMU will have fourth down and 2 at the 49-yard line.
So he's sitting at midfield. It is fourth down and just about 2 yards coming up. And the way they've run the football, you expect them to go for it here.
Yeah, you'd think they'd go for it here. Certainly the way they've run it here in this second half, and also the time and score of the game here. You know, they punt the football. Grove City could milk away a significant amount of this clock the way they've been able to do that. So yeah, you'd think they're going to go for it here.
One of the Wolverine defensive players getting a little stretch out on the sidelines during this injury stoppage. That's Shea Aitken.
That's Aitken, who's been great. Yeah, again, all of those defensive backs for Grove City with a couple of guys dinged up and not playing, they've been pressed into more action than they're used to, and they've all played great.
Tartan lineman able to get up and slowly walk off the field, and that's not what the Tartans want to see with a short yardage situation.
Yeah, right.
Down one of their starting offensive linemen.
Yeah, this is obviously a very pivotal play here in this football game. Grove City up 2 scores, but Carnegie Mellon has found some things that have worked for them here offensively, and going to go for it here in the middle of the field on a fourth down and 2 with 10:40 on a moving clock here in this fourth quarter.
Here comes the crowd on the whiteout, the night game. They're going to snap it to the up man, looking for the first down, and I have to see the spot. I'm not sure. The initial indication was first down, and it is first down.
Thomas Corey on the
they snapped it to Thomas Corey. Of course, Corey is the great running back or the great linebacker for CMU, not a running back, and he's able to go on that play and pick up the first down, a big first down for CMU.
So the drive continues. Vasiliadis in the backfield all alone. Mills under center. 2 receivers to the left. Under 10 minutes to play, fourth quarter. Fake it to Vasiliadis. Mills to throw. Going to take the shot downfield. And the pass knocked away at the last second and incomplete. Bowden Davidson again on the stop defensively.
Yep. Yeah, Davidson, he actually got him. He had him for a second, and Mills did put the ball right on the money, but Davidson able to hustle back there and knock that ball away. Just a great urgent play by Bowden Davidson in that defensive backfield.
And the way they had been running the football, you knew that shot was coming.
Right, yeah, good point. Yep.
So second down and 10 from the Grove City 48-yard line. 9:50 to play, fourth quarter. Wing back in motion. Vasiliadis fake to him. Mills looking downfield. And Mills is going to get knocked down in a late flag at the end of the play.
Mills sacked on the play. Flag on the play.
They're going to get, I hope, yeah.
It was completely on the other side of the field, so it was hard to tell initially what this might be.
Couldn't tell if it was, maybe a late hit Hard to say.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 91.
Yep. Yeah,
15-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down.
We heard some people kind of behind us here in the press box speculating that might be what it was, and sure enough, they were right. So, yep, that's...
So they get Spolnick on the face mask.
Down CMU at the Grove City 33.
Down to the 33-yard line. Bauman now in the backfield next to Mills. Give it to Bauma. Broke free across the 25-yard line. 15 inside the 10 and down near the 5-yard line. It's going to be first and goal for the Tartans.
Yeah, how about Bauma? 2, not 1, but 2 jump cuts there to get away from would-be tacklers. And
27 yards.
Picked up 27 yards.
Proficient gain of 26 to the 7. First and goal, CMU.
Down to the 7-yard line, first and goal. Bauma remains in the backfield. Mills looking to throw. Back corner of the end zone, and the receiver dropped the football. It was in his hands at the back pylon and not able to complete the catch, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, give some credit, though, to Bowden Davidson for making that catch tougher than it could have been just with kind of recovering late,
Mills pass incomplete, intended for Reefer. Second and goal at the 7.
So second and goal from the 7-yard line. Bauma remains in the backfield. Moves to the right side of Ben Mills, the senior quarterback. Movement up front.
That'll help.
Smako on the defense.
Oh, I thought there was some movement along the line there.
Offside, defense number 5 made contact in the neutral zone. Half the distance, second down.
That's why there was movement. Okay, so
they got Ben Bladel. And they'll move this football. And bring up a second and goal from about the 3-yard line. Exactly 9 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Bauma, the running back, next to Mills. They give it to Bauma. Stepped in the hole, and he's going to drive down to the 1-yard line. It's going to be third and goal from the 1.
All right, here we go. So, yeah, all of a sudden now the pressure put on CMU a little bit here with 2 big stops on first and second down here for this Grove City defense.
So third down and goal. Mills going to give it. That's the third string quarterback looking for the touchdown. Yeah. That's Joey McGinnis, denied at the goal line, and it's fourth and goal.
Yeah, he was just trying to do that jump up over the line of scrimmage and reach across with the ball. Wasn't even close. There was no surge at all by the offensive line. And here we go.
Fourth and goal from the 1.
Great job by the Grove City defense to force it to this.
McGinnis remains the single wing quarterback. Takes the snap, hesitates at the line, and he got driven back. The Wolverine defense holds inside the 1-yard line.
There was some CMU guys that were signaling touchdown. I thought maybe, but they... Ryan Fleming making one of the biggest plays of his career, his illustrious career. Stuffing that play. What a great goal line stand by Grove City. A huge, huge play on a huge night full of big plays.
So the Wolverine offense will take over with the ball resting inside the 1-yard line. 7:59 to play in the fourth quarter. Clayton Parrish is going to be the running back. Pfeiffer just going to follow Brady Brungard, try to get something.
Yeah.
And not much there. It's second and 10 from the 1.
Yeah, wow. Still
Pfeiffer on the run.
Still reveling in that goal line stand there by the Grove City defense. playing a school named after a steel magnate and an aluminum magnate. It was the Grove City defense that came up steel and aluminum there.
Can't believe it took to 7:30 for our history lesson of the night. 2nd and 10 from the 1. Pfeiffer again going to go under center. And they're going to blow this play dead. I think they'll get Grove City for a false start.
Oh, boy.
Which will be a few inches.
Yeah.
False start, offense, number 61. Half the distance, still 2nd down.
Half the distance is about the nose of the football.
7:13 to play in the 4th quarter. 21-7. Grove City leading number 14, Carnegie Mellon.
For the penalty.
Now we roll under 7 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. Checking with the sidelines. Play clock at 5. And Grove City going to take as much time off the clock as they can and then use the timeout.
Grove City, the first of the 2nd half.
So Chris, Grove City uses their first timeout. They are left with 2. Carnegie Mellon has all 3 of theirs. And not a situation you really rehearse a lot when you have the ball at your own 1 yard line, 99 yards away.
No, and we think about how detailed oriented Coach DiDonato is about things like this, but this is it's really hard to simulate sort of the urgency of trying to get out of this situation here. But they could just somehow get something.
Help people who wish to lead.
You're trying to obviously get the first down, but if nothing else, you're trying to get a little bit of room for the punter.
Your punter isn't, 7 yards behind the long snapper to punt the football.
So off the Grove City timeout, Wolverines will come back onto the field, led by the junior center, Brady Brungard. Clayton Parrish is going to be the running back. Pfeiffer goes under center. They shuffle the offensive line. Carnegie Mellon counters by shuffling the defensive line. Pfeiffer under center, just going to try and push downfield, and nothing there. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 10. But the clock will continue to run.
Yeah, that's the key, right? Is you almost kind of wonder, so what are they trying to accomplish here? You said it. They're trying to put their punter in a little bit better situation, but they're also trying to chew up some clock.
Brock Carroll sprinting off the field. Wolverines will try and spread things out now. Checking with the sidelines. Play clock at 10 seconds. Sullivan and Frazier, the wide receivers. Pfeiffer to throw it from his own end zone. Going to throw it out. Sullivan had it go off his hands and incomplete at the 9-yard line. Stopping the clock at 5:58, and it's 4th down and 10.
Yeah, just jailbreak blitz there for the CMU Tartans, and Pfeiffer just hardly any time to pass it all. Managed to get it off, and it was a little low and kind of outside there. Almost a nice grab.
Punt.
So Barabay a punt from the shadow of his goalpost.
Yeah, big. Everybody's just got to do their job perfectly here.
Snap. Barabay gets away. Wow. Nice high kick. Drifting back to the 45-yard line. Return across the 40 to the 38-yard line.
Can't hope for better than that. Great snap, great punt, good coverage. And CMU, they're going to get the football on the 38. That's good, but it could have been a lot better for them and a lot worse for Grove City. So great job by the punt unit of Grove City.
5:49 to play, 4th quarter, 21-7. Grove City leading Carnegie Mellon. Mills and Vasiliadis in the backfield. One receiver to the right, two to the left side. Resetting the chains on the far sideline in front of the Tartan bench. Mills out of the pistol. Takes the snap, takes to Vasiliadis and is back to throw. Stands in the pocket, rolls to the outside, goes underneath, and the pass is caught to the check down receiver.
Yeah.
That's Matt Everett, halfback on the reception.
Jolly on the tackle.
Jolly with another tackle for the Wolverines, but they did pick up 6 there on that first down play.
Second down and 6. Give it to Vasiliadis. Tries to cut back. Slides down just shy of the 30-yard line. Going to bring up third down.
Yeah, pretty good play out there on that edge by
Vasiliadis on the run. Brought down by Jolly and Minch.
Yeah. Jolly, Minch, Fleming all in there.
31.
So it's 3rd and 4. We go under 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Two receivers to the left. Mills and Vasiliadis in the backfield. Mills takes the snap, gives it to Vasiliadis, hesitates in the hole. He's going to drive forward to the 29-yard line. It's going to bring up another fourth down.
Yeah, here we go, right? Another fourth down situation that CMU is going to go for.
Vasiliadis on the run.
See what we got here. See the Grove City bench imploring this capacity crowd to make some noise here.
4th and 2. Twin receiver to the right side, wing to the left. Play clock at 12 seconds. Mills going to roll out and look to throw. Feeling the pressure. Throws downfield, ball batted and incomplete. And again, on 4th down, this Wolverine defense comes up with a stop and gets the football back with 4:05 to play in the fourth quarter.
Deflected by Aiken.
Yeah, is that Aiken again? That was Aiken again. It got over there. I couldn't see the number. And Aiken got over there again and tipped it up in the air. Wow.
So 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line for the Wolverines.
Don't forget, this is Aiken's first start of his career here in this game. So pretty amazing the way that he has played. So, yeah.
1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. That's right, converted running back into a secondary player. Give the ball to Clayton Parrish. 2 hands on the ball, and he pushes the pile, still driving the pile for extra yardage.
Yeah. Again, Clayton Parrish on the Parrish.
Brought down by Cece.
He hits you, you don't hit him. but definitely there's contact, and he's kind of pushing that pile forward. And we'll use up some clock there and pick up 4 yards.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6 from the 33-yard line. They got both fullbacks now in there in the backfield. Burnett and Tamburino. Parrish, the running back. Run it with Clayton Parrish. Parrish is going to get down to the 34-yard line. Only a gain of about 1. Going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, 3rd and 5 here. See what they dial up. Obviously,
1 to the 34. 3rd down and
under
5.
3 minutes to play here in this football game, Mark. Grove City up 2 scores. So, again, you're being conservative. Let's see what they can dial up here, though. Pick up another first down.
3rd and 5. 2:43 to play in the fourth quarter, and the Wolverines with a 2-touchdown lead, 21-7. Play clock at 2 seconds. They give the ball to Clayton Parrish. Parrish is going to be stood up, driven back. Might have lost about a yard. It's going to bring up 4th down, and
Parrish on the run.
It's like CMU going to use a timeout.
Mellon, they're first in the second half.
Okay.
Tackle made by Roper.
Yeah.
No gain. Grove City will have fourth down.
Both defenses have come up huge when they needed to tonight.
Yeah, there's no question. Again, you think about all of the big defensive plays that both teams have made, but again, I come back to that goal line stand by Grove City College there, as CMU had kind of gotten it figured out. It looked like the Tartans were poised to score and cut it to a one-score game, and Grove City stuffed them 4 times inside the 5, and just keeping that pressure on each play, and then finally winning the battle on the 4th down play.
So Barabay to come on and punt the football away.
Barabay to punt.
On 4th down and 5. Fifth-year senior C.J. Otwell to snap the football. Daniel Barabay to kick it away. Snap right, shoulder high. Barabay gets away, and nice kick. Back to the 25, across the 30. Cuts back 35, broke a tackle, then ran into a tackle shy of the 40-yard line.
Boylan on the return. Punt of 41 yards by Barabay. Minch and DeFilippo on the tackle. First down.
So 2:07 to play here in the fourth quarter.
How about the punt by Barabay, too, after the goal line stand? I was just thinking about that, as he's
come up big with a couple of huge kicks in this fourth quarter.
Moments. Yeah, certainly in this fourth quarter. So
1st and 10. Ball on the Carnegie Mellon 39-yard line. Vasiliadis right next to Ben Mills. Mills back to throw. Time. Downfield receiver broke open and made the catch at the Wolverine 47-yard line.
And again, they're not pressing. They're just kind of up and trying to keep everything in front of them. So, yeah, it's a gain of 14, but you'll take that.
Clock continues to run, now under 2 minutes to play. Mills to throw on 1st down. Time, downfield, pass caught to the 20-yard line, dropped it right in between 2 defenders.
Mills pass complete to Reefer.
See why Mills has so much confidence in that arm. That was a rocket.
Reefer makes the catch down to the 21-yard line. Game clock at 1:40 to play in the fourth quarter. Mills, 3-step drop, standing in the pocket, looking for the end zone, and the ball knocked away and incomplete.
It's Aiken again, yep.
Shea Aiken there, stride for stride, knocking the football away.
Yeah, he's just been tough today, He's just kind of feeling it, too. You can see his confidence growing throughout this game.
2nd and 10, exactly 90 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Mills takes the snap, 3-step drop. Going to look downfield, and the pass is caught by Reefer down near the 5-yard line. They're going to spot him about the 7.
A great catch by Reefer in traffic, but DeFilippo still keeping him in front. And
in a 14, 1st and goal at the 7.
So, yeah, it'll set up that 1st and goal at the 7 here. So.
Mills takes the snap, 3-step drop, looking left, throwing left, and the pass is broken up.
Yeah, it was Magliocco stepping up and kind of knocking it away. Great anticipation by him.
Intended for Boylan, broken up by Dom Magliocco. 2nd and goal at the 7.
So 2nd and goal from the 7, 1:20 to play here in the fourth quarter. Two receivers to each side. Vasiliadis, the running back, to the left of Mills. Mills, 3-step drop. Time, looking middle, back of the end zone, caught for a Carnegie Mellon touchdown.
Okay, so CMU here Obviously, they'll kick the extra point here. And then we're going to have I'm sure, very hotly contested onside kick coming up here. So
touchdown CMU.
Big moment coming up here.
So Caputo on for the extra point. Snap, rush, and the extra point is just inside the upright and good.
Caputo's kick is good.
Started twisting towards the far upright at the last second, but it snuck inside and good.
Yeah, here we go.
So 1:15 to play, 21-14 Grove City, and the Hands team getting ready.
See Coach Bill Bress down there talking to his talking to the Hands team, talking to the kick return unit here as obviously if they can secure this onside kick, probably seals the game, but obviously you got to do that first.
So there's 5 coaches making sure they've got the right group of people out there on the field.
Yeah.
So Caputo now will kick this away.
Well, so I got to kick it away, but yeah.
Caputo to kick off.
Got it angled.
8 and deep.
Towards the CMU bench. One man back deep. That's Aiken at the 25-yard line. Caputo gets the foot into it, takes a big bounce. One of the Wolverines there to fall on it.
Yes.
At the 42-yard line.
That's Ryan Lenhart able to secure it and then actually plow a couple yards ahead.
Number 80, Ryan Lenhart. Grove City takes over 1st and 10 at the 41.
Yeah, Ryan Lenhart bounced right up to him. Big frame. He was jogging over. He's getting told, get back out there. Turns around, and so his work is not done.
CMU still with 2 timeouts. There's 1:13 to play here in the fourth quarter. Wolverines with a touchdown lead and the football. Nico Flotty, the tailback, gets the handoff on 1st down. Flotty spinning his way forward across the 40, down to the 39-yard line, and a timeout was called.
Yeah.
I don't know what Logan Piper said to Nico Flotty, but there was a quick low 5 before that snap.
Yeah.
Flotty on the line.
Two teammates that really trust each other and kind of know what needs to be done here.
2-yard gain.
And 2 teammates that came in together as freshmen.
Yeah, that's right.
So 1:09 to play here in the fourth quarter. Carnegie Mellon down to 1 timeout.
Catch the dynamic there in the stands. That's worth mentioning. There was a hey, goodbye chant going on in the crowd at Grove City, and then you could hear other people saying, no, not yet.
Not yet.
That's
right.
Stopped. Yeah, that's exactly right. No,
you love seeing that huge student section, Chris.
Yeah, no doubt. They've been outstanding. Yeah, they're spilled out onto the track now, and
getting closer to the field as time goes on.
I love it. Yeah. What a great atmosphere. Unbelievable.
So it is 2nd down and about 8 to go for the Wolverines. Give the ball to Nico Flotty again. Nico spun ahead and got down just shy of the 35-yard line and got some pushing and shoving, and Coach DiDonato not liking what he saw at the end of that play.
Yeah. See the official coming over and explain it to him. And I get what they're saying. Flotty is he's just so hard to bring down that sometimes, it looks like the defenders are throwing him down after the play, but Flotty keeps the play alive, so it's tough to, it would be tough to make that call.
5 yards to go at the 36.
So 3rd and 5 for the Wolverines. 64 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. So the final timeout used by the Tartans. Grove City still with 2 in their back pocket if they were to need them.
Yeah, be interesting. This is interesting, what kind of play you're going to call here, right? You could go conservative, just kind of assume that you want to try to pin the team deep and rely on your defense one last time.
So 3rd and 5 for the Wolverines.
Yeah, they're 8 of 16 here, Mark, on the night on 3rd down. So none bigger than this one, though, probably.
Bring all the receivers in tight to the line of scrimmage. Piper gives the ball to Nico Flotti. Hit the line and continue driving the pile. You see the Tartans kind of swipe it at the football.
Yeah.
Short gain for Flotti.
Nico Flotti on the run. Short gain.
Clock continuing to run. It's 4th down and 5.
Yeah. The clock's going to be under 40 seconds here. So, yeah, Grove City's going to run another play, obviously, and as opposed to punting.
So they can take this all the way down. And then call the timeout with 1 second on the play clock.
12-second difference. Yeah, they should be able to call a timeout with 12 or 13 seconds.
So they call the timeout with 13 seconds. It is 4th down and 5.
Great job.
Great clock management by the Wolverines to take every second they could off the clock.
Yeah, that was awesome. Again, they've pretty much managed this clock awesomely the entire second half. I mean, you said it. It's interesting, Mark. Something you said that you said early on, and that when they scored that 3rd touchdown, that first touchdown in the second half, and then CMU goes down and scores after they really put together a nice drive. You thought, how huge was that first drive of the 3rd quarter? And here you go. It's the difference now, right?
So 4th and 5. Wolverines got to keep the offense out on the field. They will huddle up at the 45-yard line. Referee walking into that huddle. Now he'll start the play clock. 4th and 5. Flotti is the tailback. Everyone in tight on the formation. Play clock at 12. They give the ball to Nico Flotti. Nico Flotti spinning his way downfield, close to the first down marker.
Flotti on the run. In of 4.
Okay, so yeah, they're only going to mark him a little bit shy.
So it will be a turnover on downs. He needed 5.
Yep. So
he got 4.
Yep. CMU is going to get the ball on their own 32, down a touchdown with 7 seconds left.
So they're going to drop 3 defenders back deep in a prevent defense at the 40-yard line. Trips to the right, single receiver left side. Mills takes the snap, looks to go underneath, trying to set up a little hook and lateral play. A loose ball on the field, picked up by one of the Wolverines, I do believe, and out of bounds as time expires.
Yep.
And the Wolverines have defeated number 14 Carnegie Mellon here tonight at Robert E. Thorne Field, 21-14.
Let the celebration begin as this Grove City team getting it done. And there's pandemonium. I've always wanted to say that out on the field.
Everybody's spilling out onto the field, the student body, to celebrate with this Wolverine team that has won here tonight under the lights, giving Carnegie Mellon their first loss of the season. And the Wolverines improved to 4-0.
4-0, and defeating the number 14 team in the country here at home in the night game. And just an awesome job. And again, last week's win made this one bigger than it would have been, and now this week's win makes next week's win even bigger.
So an unbelievable atmosphere ends in a huge win for this program. On the night we celebrate the 6th-year anniversary of Coach DiDonato's first win, they knock off a nationally ranked Carnegie Mellon team 21-14.
Just a huge win, maybe the biggest regular season recent win of Coach DiDonato's tenure, is just as far as what it means for PAC standings, what it sets up. This is a monstrous, memorable night here for this football program.
And I love what you said. One win builds to the next win, builds to next Saturday afternoon. But we're going to enjoy this one for a little while first.
Sure, yeah, that's for sure. But when you think about it, again, when you say we got to play, probably the three best teams other than us in the conference in consecutive weeks, you think, oh, yeah, well, that's rough. But at the same time, the way that they've attacked it is, one game at a time, one brick at a time, brick by brick, they like to say. And, certainly this last week's win was huge. This week, even better. And now, maybe the biggest regular season game of, in this program in the past several years, coming up next week on homecoming.
And just so many key plays tonight throughout the night. And you talk about it, Ryan Briggs mentioned it to us. First start for Shea Aiken defensively, had an incredible game.
Yeah, Aiken was awesome. That entire defensive backfield was awesome. Big nights turned into by Bowden Davidson, Dom Magliacco, as always, as they just made everything tough out there for the CMU receivers. The defense was incredible all night. That great goal line stand, just an amazing night for this Grove City defense. And the offense wasn't, pedestrian might be too strong of a word, but they certainly kind of made big plays. They did what they had to do. The long 6.5 minute drive to score to start the quarter was the huge one.
Grad student Ryan Fleming leading the band.
There he is.
With the whole football team, and the student body has joined in as well. Just one of the many traditions Coach DiDonato has added over his 6 years.
Yeah, no question about it. Again, just an incredible job that he's done with this football program, and you get when you build like he has built, you get nights like this one, and this is like you said. I'm already talking about next week, but you get to have nights like this when you've done what he's done.
And we've talked about it over the 13 years we have been together. The stepping stone games.
Right.
This is another brick in all of those that continue to build with this program.
Right. Yeah. No question about it. And again, they just kind of keep stockpiling good players, building up that depth, building up their star power, and what's happened here over the past 6 years, and certainly over the past couple of weeks, is exactly what they've been building towards.
So we will take a timeout. We will come back and we will wrap things up tonight. Almost time for fireworks here tonight at Robert E. Thorne Field as the celebration continues. We will take a post-game break and we will come back with a look at some of those final numbers and a whole lot more after this here, as we get set to take that break with so much going on. And we'll be right back on the Wolverine Sports Network.
I'm Sally, a volunteer at United Way. I'm asking people around the neighborhood what they think this place needs. Excuse me, hi. What do you think this place needs?
I'd like to see more parking.
More playgrounds.
Free movies. That's easy. Better restaurants.
And you, what do you think this place needs?
This place? Oh, more ice cream trucks.
Okay. How about you?
Wi-Fi everywhere?
I was thinking more money in the pockets of local families come tax time.
Can I change my answer?
I was just kidding about the ice cream.
Oh, that's way better.
Now that you mention it.
When it comes to getting better tax refunds into the hands of local families, what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org. Because great things happen when we live united. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
This is the news. This morning, we are saluting the 2.2 million women who have joined in the war effort. They now make up 37% of the workforce, changing their role forever.
The prestigious Harvard Medical School is breaking ground today, opening its doors to new female applicants.
Today, little girls all over the world look to the sky, where the first woman is now in space.
Military stereotypes are challenged today with the trailblazing promotion of a U.S. female officer to 4-star general. It was just announced that the vast majority of last year's doctorate degrees were earned by women.
We've come so far, but our news is changing for the worse. More women die from heart disease and stroke than men, even though it can be prevented. Make a change at goredforwomen.org today. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women.
Chris, can you put the video game controller down for a second?
I can talk and play. Oh, I'm totally annihilating this punk kid in Nebraska.
I just feel like you're not acting like a grown-up in our relationship.
Am too.
Well, you still ride your skateboard to work. There's the comic book collection, the race car bed.
Look, I'm young at heart, but I put money into my 401k every paycheck. I picked up a few savings tips at feedthepig.org. I have control over my financial life now, and that feels pretty grown up.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million bucks. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. For free ideas and easy tips on ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
So, I bet I look like a grown up to you now.
Well, except for the footy pajamas, I'd have to agree.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
As the fireworks go off here at Robert E. Thorne Field, the Grove City College Wolverines have defeated the number 14 team in the nation, Carnegie Mellon, by a final score of 21-14. Looking inside the numbers, Carnegie Mellon ran the football 34 times tonight for 143 yards. Grove City 37 runs tonight for 97 yards.
Yeah.
Total yards advantage just barely goes to Carnegie Mellon, 348-326, and both teams ran exactly 67 plays apiece.
That's pretty amazing. So again, you look at that CMU defense, even in defeat, they still certainly stayed with their identity and able to really make things tough for Grove City's running game. But Grove City was just able to find enough, right? Just that mixture of some pass, some run. They never really got anything going for real. But man, they were able to really make a few things work against a great defense.
Wolverines had an advantage in time of possession, 34 minutes to 26 minutes, exactly even in the minutes of possession.
Yeah.
Grove City 8 of 17 on third down. CMU 5 of 14 on third down.
Yeah, big. Both defenses stepped up big, but you got to love. Grove City seemed to get them off the field on third down at all of the crucial moments.
Individual numbers, Travis Iliadis tonight, 21 carries for 98 yards. Ben Mills throwing the football, 16 of 32, 176 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He was sacked once.
Yeah, and don't forget, Vasiliadis only had 27 yards at halftime. So again, most of those yards picked up in the second half from him on the ground. So he's a great back, had a tough first half, and then kind of showed his greatness in the second half.
Ethan Reefer, their leading receiver, 6 catches for 147 yards.
Wow.
For the Grove City College Wolverines, Nico Vladi, 20 carries for 49 hard-earned yards tonight.
He is. Remember him as a freshman. He came in, he kind of made some flashy plays. You could say, oh man, that guy's going to be like a big play running back. He still is a big play running back, but he's also just a grinder. He's just kind of a workhorse, and he loves and relishes that, and he was certainly that tonight.
Logan Piper, 6 carries, 27 yards, a pair of touchdowns. Clayton Parrish, 9 carries for 17 yards. Joey Guida had 2 rushes for 4 yards. Logan Piper tonight, 16 of 30, 229 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions.
Yeah, he was terrific. I mean, right? He did what he had to do, and he's certainly not a game manager. He's a star, but he did a lot of that kind of managing the game tonight. So, a great job by him.
Scott Frazier, leading receiver, 7 catches, 67 yards, and a touchdown. Ryan Lenhart, 4 catches for 59 yards. Ryan Heckathorn, 3 for 57. 47. Daniel Sullivan, 2 big catches for 46 yards.
Yeah, just a really good job, of course, by the receiving core as they, again, it was tough sledding out there against that against that CMU defensive backfield. But as the numbers bear out, a lot of different guys contributed.
And fittingly so, the leading tackler in tonight's ball game, Shea Aiken, 6.5 tackles, a sack, and an interception.
Yeah, he was awesome, right? He was just absolutely awesome on that defensive side. First career start in the defensive backfield. He was just incredible.
So as much as we enjoy the fireworks and celebration, we start thinking of homecoming next week, 2 o'clock kickoff right here from Robert E. Thorne Field with the presidents of Washington and Jefferson coming to town.
Just an awesome team, right? I mean, that's, again, all of these teams are good. Case is great. CMU's great. W&J has just been awesome this year against their opponents. So, again, that is going to be an epic battle. And to me, again, this is just sort of my eye test, my looking at scores, looking at numbers. As good as Case is, as good as CMU is, I think the best of the 3 is W&J. And that's just going to be an epic battle against 2 of the best Division III teams in the country.
And as we go through an overtime game last week and this game tonight, all I can think about to wrap things up is what a privilege it is to sit here and do this for this great university and this great football team.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, you and I loved this, even when the team struggled. And now here we are. We find ourselves coming in here week after week, getting to call these big-time games, that really matter. And it's been so fun and enjoyable watching this program, kind of grow the way it has grown over the past 6 years. And, quite possibly the epoch of all of that has been what's happening this season.
And as we put a wrap on this, you look and this has become a community celebration.
Yeah.
Every year, it's so much fun to be part of it.
Yeah, it really is. Again, the night game is it's one of those deals where if it's not done right, it can just kind of be they play one night game a year, but they do this thing right. They make it a celebration, and it seems like every year the team answers the call and plays one of its better, sharper games of the year. And certainly beating a nationally ranked opponent at home tonight, that's answering the call a little bit. So, yeah, great job by everybody.
It has been an unbelievable night, a fantastic atmosphere, so many people to thank for this. And it starts with Sports Information Director Ryan Briggs that is so hard at work behind us on any given game night, and just the little things he adds to the broadcast as we go along every night.
Yeah, no question about it. Kind of gives us the little kind of tidbits of information that make each one of our analysis a lot more interesting and a lot more stat based, and doing the job of many people back there wearing about 6 hats and doing a great job with it. So yeah, thanks a lot to Ryan.
Chris, this has been a lot of fun. Let's say we do it again in a week.
Let's do it again in a week. Afternoon game, homecoming. Another great opponent coming in. Should be a lot of fun.
So that is going to do it for us here tonight for the annual night game as the Grove City College Wolverines defend home field and knock off the number 14 team in the country in Carnegie Mellon by a final score of 21-14. It's been our privilege to bring it to you. We will do this again next week as you've been listening to the Grove City College Wolverine Sports Network.
Thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia1 Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.